time to wake up and let the weirdness begin. It's the KVJ Show to start your morning. Kevin is the host, and his skin pigment is whiter than Casper the Ghost. Virginia sounds like this. Nickname Vicious Beast, so don't get her pissed. It's Jason talks like a spaz, and he loves to talk about Bigfoot and stacks. So get ready, here we go. You're listening to 97.9 with the KVJ Show.
Yo, what's going on? Welcome to the KVJ Show. Happy Tuesday. How the heck is everybody here today?
Happy Tuesday.
Yeah.
It'll be Friday before you know it.
Oh, man, I hope so, right?
We made it through Monday. That's really all that matters.
One day at a time.
That's all it does. You gotta make it on Monday.
Hope floats, y'all.
That's it. One day at a time. Good morning. Welcome to our show. We are here with you, for you. On that WRMF app, you can download that, register to be a user, start listening right now, and you could win an awesome trip to a Sandals resort. That's just one of the cool things we have. You can also watch us up on YouTube. Just pull us up on your flat screen TV, do a search on YouTube for the KVJ Show, and bam, we are right there.
What are you thinking about? What are you thinking about? What's on your mind? Are you thinking about? What are you thinking about?
What do you think about today, Jay Bird?
Now, I know the good people who listen to this show, they've heard of this snack before. The Napoleon, do you know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
Okay. I've always seen them at bakeries, you know.
Napoleon pastry, not Napoleon ice cream.
Yes, thank you.
Or Napoleon, or whatever you say it.
Yeah, how do you say that?
I don't even know how you say it, but it looks like, kind of like it's almost the same word.
Yeah, so I'm showing it on KVJ TV.
It's a layered, flaky puff pastry with cream filling. It's delicious.
And I started getting into them because of the texture. You know, a while back I had lost my taste, and I was still craving things, but it wasn't hitting on the taste buds, so the texture was a big thing.
Yes.
And I was getting into these for a little bit, and then I stopped for a while. And for whatever,
You're back.
Oh my gosh, I had been hitting these so hard. It's a newer snack for me. I cannot tell you how delicious and how dangerous.
Give me a little bit of that. Let me get in some of that.
Oh my
Let's
gosh,
see.
Virginia.
Well, it's pricey.
It is pricey.
For one little thing, it's $5,
No, it's-
Kevin.
You get two of them. You
Wow.
get two.
Okay.
I already ate one of them last night. Yeah. But I want to give a little PSA. 'Cause this is one of those.
You care if I finger your cake?
Get into it, girl. I
right.
want to watch it, actually. This is intriguing to me, seeing you eat my pastry.
Oh, that's good icing, too.
I have probably had maybe five of those in 1 week. And that's pretty much the only bad thing I've been eating.
Okay.
I've gained a solid 3.5 pounds. And I'm not even...
Just from that, huh?
There's no way it's not that.
It's custard. It's Bavarian cream. It's very flaky. Beautiful pastry.
Great description.
It's buttery, Kevin.
Ooh.
You would love this icing. Ralston, you're a man of icing.
Oh, I am. Yeah, I love icing.
The calories on this thing...
It's probably like 3,000.
It's 380, and that was my question to the people.
Per
Yeah.
what?
Wow.
Per one slice.
Okay, so the whole thing is like
700 calories. 7+ calories. When they make bakery stuff at Publix, are they just guessing the calories? Because you'd have to be so accurate. How do they know that's exactly 380?
I ask that a lot too, because how do you know that it's always consistent?
Especially at a bakery. Because
It's probably more.
I agree.
Just assume it's more. I bet you when they do it in the test lab or whatever, and then they first start making it, they figure out how many calories are in it. But you're always going to have a problem with consistency whenever humans are involved in making something.
Well, how accurate are the calories on something you get out of package? If I'm getting Hot Pockets and they say they're 480 per Hot Pocket, is that pretty darn accurate?
I think if machines make something and package it, you have a better chance of it being consistent. Like if it's made in a factory and it's just coming down the assembly line and they make it that way. But if people are in charge...
Is that the noise that it makes?
I think
Is that
it does.
the byproduct? Okay.
If people are in charge of measuring and weighing and putting together, I never trust people for their consistency.
Well, I got these at Publix, and I don't even do endorsements for Publix. I always talk about them for the love of the game. Someone said I should start a Publix podcast and just ask all of the deep secrets of Publix.
Well, you should definitely get paid if you're going to do that.
Yeah, I agree. But I do want to know, when it comes to the bakery stuff, are you guys just kind of going balls to the wall? Oh, yeah, it's 350 calories. Put a sticker on it. Do you know for a fact your calories are accurate? Because that feels like it's not 380. It feels like it's 780. It's so rich.
It's so rich. It's so buttery.
It is.
The cream is so creamy.
If you are looking to get bad and you want something really delicious in your mouth, I'm telling you, Napoleons, whatever the hell it's called. This baby is the real deal. There ain't a bad bite on this thing. And I can't stop eating it, and I'm getting portly again.
It's pricey, though. It's $5.
For 2 of them.
I know, but they're not that big.
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you.
I think she's more upset about the cost than the calories.
Yeah, you're wasting money and you're getting fat.
Well, it's just a lot. $5 is a lot.
I am here for this flake.
Yeah, I often wonder that with calories too. I think there's a system of how they bake it down, and they can tell off the way things burn what the calories is. There's some kind of like scientific system, but especially when you go to a smaller operation, I wonder just how accurate their calibrations are when they do the calorie counts.
Whenever you have humans measuring, it ain't gonna be accurate.
Well, let's say you got Rita in the Publix bakery, and Rita's a great employee.
But she loves butter.
She loves butter.
So she adds a little more.
And she also just got broken up with her boyfriend. Now, Rita's a little distracted today, and she's going real heavy on the butter. How do I know what Rita's doing?
Well, I think you're supposed to make it, and then they put it through the process to calibrate the calories after it's already completely
But they don't
made.
calibrate every piece. They can't.
I want to know. Would that be the most boring podcast? Finding the deep secrets of...
Yeah, how do they get that calorie count? Are they calibrating each piece that comes out the oven? That seems like that would be a really tedious process.
No, I weighed myself last Wednesday, and I was 177. I weighed myself yesterday, same scale, 181.
Thanks, Napoleon.
Yeah.
We got a text that says, I'm a corporate chef, and we have scientists that test over and over again. It's never totally exact, but it has to be within a 3% margin of consistency. If you're a big company, you can get in deep trouble with the FDA if you're way off on nutritional facts.
Okay, so Publix is a big company. They got to be doing it right.
They gotta be.
Mm-hmm. So there you go.
But just watch out for Rita, who just got broke up with in the bakery. She's heavy-handed on the butter.
She loves butter. She hates heartache, and God bless her.
She loves butter. She hates men.
Okay, there you go. Yeah, Stephanie said there's a program that you put all the ingredients in. It takes the calories from all that and adds them together, and that's how they come up with the calorie calibrations.
And I kind of hope I got people a little excited and wanting to get some Napoleon in their system today.
It's good. It was a good ad for it.
Get it in. I'm not making any money on this.
That one looks like it's been stepped on.
Oh,
I've picked at it.
It was in my book bag.
When I got it, it wasn't pretty.
Well, it was in my book bag, and I sat on my book bag. So.
Yeah. What's on your mind today, Virginia?
So yesterday, Magnolia stayed home from school. I told you about that. She wasn't feeling so hot, so she didn't go to school yesterday. And on my way home, she's like, can you stop at Three Natives and get me a chicken Caesar wrap, please? I'm not feeling good. So I was like, all right. So I stopped and got her a chicken Caesar wrap.
That's so nice.
Fancy lunch. And when I was in the Three Natives, you know, that Tyler Cameron from The Bachelor, he's involved in them. He does endorsements. I think one of the stores maybe down south he might have part ownership in. I never got the full clarity on that. But so he's on the posters in the store. And I was like, oh, that's cool. And so I did a little Insta story. Hey, Tyler, what's going on? And it was in my head because it was the last thing I looked at. I looked at Insta stories before I went to bed last night. So I had the craziest dream.
Okay.
You, Kevin.
Oh, me.
Me, Jay Bird, like 3 or 4 listeners, Panda, and some other like workout people. We were all on this like workout quest with Tyler Cameron, and my
Sounds
mom.
awesome.
My mom was there, and she thought Tyler Cameron was you.
Oh my gosh, I wish we'd be confused.
And she went over and sat on his lap and started like flirting with him.
Really?
And he was into it. And I was like, what the hell is going on? Is my mom dating Tyler Cameron? This is so weird. But it just goes to show you, be careful about the last thing you look at before you go to bed, because sometimes your brain will work that into your dreams.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And it was fun to have Tyler Cameron in my dream. Not so fun to have him dating my mom. That was kind of weird.
Okay.
Would you rather have me date your mom?
I don't know.
That'd
be weird too.
Would you be okay? You always talk about dating my dad, so I think I'm okay.
That's right.
With asking if I can date your mom.
All right.
That's fair play.
I mean, yeah, I guess.
Juicy mommy.
You want the juicy mommy?
Oh, don't ever say that again. I can't even say that. I feel horrible saying. Nah, move along.
Can't bring yourself to do it, huh, Bird?
I'm not calling her
Valentine's Day is coming up. Do you want to call my mom? And
I don't want to step on her man's toes, Frank.
Frank.
What I got on my mind here today, it doesn't really take a lot of effort to stay in good shape. I was one of those guys that was thinking, okay, if you're not putting 90 minutes to 2 hours in the gym every single day and sweating and bleeding and crying, that you're just not doing it right and you're getting no health benefits. But as I get older, things have changed a little bit, and I realized there are just a couple little things that you can do to keep yourself in decent shape and the kind of physique that you want. It has to do everything from what you eat to what you sleep to how you do work out. And there's a couple little things right here that can just change a lot. The one thing starts with sleep. And they did a study where they said just an extra hour of sleep every night could help overweight people lose 8 pounds a year. Sleep is so key to losing weight.
You are so right. When I sleep in on the weekends, I wake up and I look at myself in the mirror and I'm like, oh, my tummy is so flat. I feel so good. When I wake up at 3:45 during the week, I look in the mirror, I'm like, I'm bloated, I'm gross, I'm disgusting.
I remember when I said that my stomach's so flat, I just turned 9.
Never said it again.
There is something about that extra sleep. I see it on my body. I know it's real.
Yeah, so that's one easy thing. They say just 1 extra hour of sleep every day will cause a person to consume 270 fewer calories. That adds up to about those 8 or 9 pounds every single year, 36 over the course of 3 years. So you can really manage your weight just by getting a little bit more sleep. And I used to always think, too, that when you go to the gym, you got to go in there and you got to be working out, and buckets of sweat have to be pouring off of you, and you just have to be half nauseous the entire time. But there's a new study that's found that you can build muscle just by performing 1 bicep curl a day, something that roughly takes 3 seconds. Now, you're not necessarily going to get super jacked, and that's all you need, but it goes to show you just a little bit of exercise does go a long way. Some push-ups. If you can set a regimen of doing however many push-ups you can do every single day, a few bicep curls, you could put 10 to 15 minutes on your clock every day and get a reasonable amount of exercise. And it's a lot better than nothing, but a little bit does go a long way. So I know a lot of people, and I was that way a lot too, with exercise, it's all or nothing. Either I'm crushing it every day and I'm going crazy for 90 minutes to 2 hours, or I'm doing nothing at all. And you got to try to stop living in those extremes, just realizing just a little bit of stuff is good enough.
Me and Denny's talked about this. We do squats in the shower.
Okay, there you go.
Not together.
Sounds hot.
But you do squats in the shower. And if you have a tendency to get sweaty when you're exercising, then you're already in the shower.
There you go.
I love that.
Yeah, so it's a nice little hack for you, something to consider if you're especially at that point where a lot of times when we get into February, people are just like, forget about it. I've given up on all my resolutions. I'm not going to lose any weight. It's over.
Napoleon's
I'm going to go eat Napoleons instead. Just know that there still might be some
That
benefit.
icing, though. That icing.
Oh, yeah. You love how we went from Napoleons to diet and exercise.
Yes.
Tied it all together for you today. Well, that didn't take long. The other day, Jay-Bird came in here with a brand new pair of headphones, and he was all excited because his last headphones had snapped, and we were kind of impressed because he had actually gone a while with his last pair of headphones before finally karate chopping the cord and snapping it in half. And so Denny's bought him some new headphones, and we all took bets as to how long those headphones are going to last, and those headphones are dead.
They're dead.
Dude.
So what really happened was on...
What were the bets? What did we say?
I have it written down.
I got them all here. Okay, yeah. Okay, so here's what we had. All kinds of different bets. Denny's did not have a lot of faith in Jaybird. He said February 10th would have been it, which would be this Thursday. Virginia, you went until Valentine's Day on Monday, the 14th. I had... Bird had said March 1st. Suits went March 15th. I gave him the most faith. I said April 1st, April Fool's Day, because he had done so well with the last pair. And Denny's, who bought him the headphones, was the closest, only missing by 2 days. Or
Wow.
3, I guess,
He called
technically.
it. He knows me
called
very
it.
well.
He knew
does.
it.
Yeah, they're done. They're done. They're just gone.
And
Dunzo.
you always break them in a way that they can't be fixed.
I mean, look
What
at
did
that.
you do?
We were filming something, and I got carried away, and I snapped him on accident. I didn't realize it.
How did it all go down when you say carried away?
I was making a big movement with my arm,
Wild Italian gesture.
and my arm got caught on the actual cord, and it just ripped it right out of the
Right
the
out of it, huh?
speaker.
So violent.
I mean, Virginia's right. There ain't no way you could fix
You're such a
this.
peaceful guy to be so violent.
I'm a pacifist.
Except when it comes to headphones. I mean, headphones fear you.
They really do.
And
Well,
they should. Wow. Okay, so Denny's got it right. So what are you doing for headphones today?
I've got these little earbuds.
The community earbuds that everybody uses. And they
Oh,
got-
the ones that go really deep in your ears?
oh, they probably got so much gross earwax.
At one point, me and Denny's lived together. We shared underwear at one point. We're okay.
I'm not okay with that either.
He's like my brother. They weren't dirty underwear. They were clean.
They have different standards. Yeah.
He's like my brother.
Okay. Wow. So there you go. So if you're keeping track, the last pair of headphones, dead.
We have a new pair coming in tomorrow, so we can start this bit right back up.
Wow. Okay. I think I'm going to go a lot sooner on my next projection.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Up is down, down is up. You throw us for a loop.
Yeah. Well, this is an interesting list, and it's probably debatable, but what would you say is the most perfect movie ever made? And how many movies would you say are just flawless? There's nothing bad with it. And there's a lot of movies that I like that I will admit fall apart at the end. I love the movie Caddyshack. The ending falls apart. I love the movie Old School. The ending falls apart. Monty Python, The Holy Grail. The ending falls apart. And they even admit they ran out of money and they had to just end it.
They
And-
said that?
yeah, they did. They admitted it, and it feels like it. And so you enjoy the movie, but a certain part in a lot of those movies, I know when to turn them off because I'm like, you know what? It's just over.
Yeah, for me, flawless means I can watch the whole thing and I don't get bored at any part. The whole thing hits for me.
Everything feels necessary to it. That's a big part of it as well, because you may have a great movie that has an unnecessary scene and be like, why did they detour off into that? It really didn't have anything to do with the whole movie, and I just found myself kind of getting bored.
I saw one
In
the
that part of it.
I saw one the other day that I thought was flawless. Still holds up. The Fugitive with Harrison Ford. There's not any fat in that. You need every part. Every part's great. The ending's strong.
Yeah.
It's solid all
You think
the
it's
way.
perfect?
I don't see where you would get the flaw on that movie. I mean, I'm sure someone can, but for me, there's nothing that I want to edit out of that movie.
That was one of the ones that came to my mind, too. I thought, yeah, that's really good. Last Saturday, I watched a movie with my kid that, for me, at least, I would say is probably nearly perfect. John Wick. I just thought everything in that was pretty good. It's
The
pretty
first one?
solid. Yeah, the first one. Very first one. To me, it carries. And it's one that, to me, what tells you it's a flawless movie, or at least for you, it's the movies that you can watch over and over again.
I think I saw Field of Dreams recently. That movie holds up. That doesn't have any fat on that. That's a great, fantastic.
Solid all the way through.
You don't even have to like baseball to love that movie.
Uh-huh. Okay, so here are some of the movies that people argue. Tell me if you think this is a flawless movie or not. Shawshank Redemption.
Flawless.
Okay.
Tell me where it falls apart.
I think you could argue that as being one of those movies that, yeah, would be.
I mean, I don't like when Brooks is all institutionalized and kills himself, but yeah, it's depressing, but you kind of need it. It shows you what prison life does to somebody.
Yeah, sometimes there's some things in there, yeah, establish exactly why you do it. Mean Girls. Any chance you put that on a list of flawless movies?
I love the movie. I really do love it.
Flawless?
What
What is that answer?
I would have to go back and watch it with the flawless lens.
The critic's eye?
Yes. I've never watched it while thinking that. I mean, I've always just loved it, but I'm sure there's holes in it.
The 1977 original Star Wars, is that flawless for you, Kev?
Yes, it is. It's on my very short list of movies that right away I was like, yeah, that's a pretty perfect movie.
Every scene for you hits.
Yeah, there's just no fat in it. It's all necessary. It's great. The other one that immediately comes to mind for me too, Tommy Boy, is one that the opening scene I think is funny, and then the last scene is heartwarming. And for me, I like everything in between.
You're going flawless with Tommy Boy.
I am.
Okay.
Yeah, I think a lot of this is going to be subjective.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, for me, everything in there that it carried the entire time. I didn't find much of it to be fattening. Ocean's 11, the one with Clooney and Brad Pitt.
Oh, I love that movie.
That's a great movie.
Such a good movie.
Front to end.
Yeah.
I thought it was there. It was solid. It is close to my list. I'm looking at some different lists of what people have said. Legally Blonde, Virginia.
I love that movie. But, I mean, perfect? I don't know. I'd have to go back and watch it because I've never looked at these chick flicks with the same, like, scrutiny or the eye that you would look at, like, a Shawshank Redemption.
Sure.
It's just not the same.
You can love a movie, but it also cannot be flawless.
Right.
Mm-hmm, that's true. But like I said, that's the ones that I pointed out where I love old school, but I realize it's not a flawless movie. It's got some baggage on it. The Wedding Singer, or not The Wedding Singer, Wedding Crashers, I like. But there were parts of that, okay.
Yeah, that's not a perfect movie. It's a great movie.
Yeah, but it's not a perfect movie. A lot of people say The Godfather is a perfect movie. I like it. I
love it, but it's not a perfect movie for me.
Not for you, okay. The Sound of Music.
I've never seen that. Is that
Really?
The hills are alive.
What's that about? In 10 seconds, can you tell me what that's about?
A nanny that tries to change the way the dad raises the kids.
Oh, Mary Poppins.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, basically. There's a lot of similarities there.
It was Mary Poppins before Poppins.
Okay, got
But
it.
not technically if you look at when the books were written.
How about Clueless? Would anybody say that's a perfect movie?
I love the movie. It's not flawless, but it's a great, fun movie.
You do love Clueless.
It's a great movie.
I never got into Clueless.
I bet Magnolia would like Clueless.
Okay.
Okay, what do you think about A League of Their Own? Tom Hanks,
That is such a good movie.
Madonna.
Yeah, that's. Tell me where's the fat in that movie?
It's pretty solid all the way
It's a
through.
solid movie. Even the ending hits you right in the heartstrings.
Yeah. Indiana Jones and the Raiders of the Lost Ark. Now, there's some CGI or whatever they called the special effects back then that's just terrible in that movie.
They don't hold up.
So I don't know if you put that on the movie or just the time period and the lack of technology they had. That's one that some people list as a perfect movie.
I do not. I love that movie, but it's not. I don't think it's flawless.
Going way back, The Wizard of Oz.
Oh gosh.
Some people put that as a perfect movie.
Does that have any fat on it for you? Does that drag?
I love that movie, but there are parts of it that are odd.
Well, that doesn't mean it drags. That's
Right.
why I love
Yeah.
that movie because it's so
what?
weird and it's odd. It does.
bizarre.
It seems like they were on drugs when they wrote that.
Yes, totally.
Forrest Gump. Many list as a perfect, flawless movie.
It's great. I don't know if it's flawless.
Okay.
There's a few parts where I could skip over and I don't think you need. I don't know if you need Lieutenant Dan's depressing part during Christmas. Do you need that part?
Maybe not.
She smells like cigarettes. I don't know if you need all that.
Yeah.
It's super depressing.
The only thing that I can think is that Forrest was there for him and pulled him out of a dark period. And his life is, and he learned through Forrest how to live with his circumstances and find a productive, meaningful life because of Forrest.
I get it.
That's the only argument you would have for that, and that's why that's in there.
We're always dissecting Gump on this show.
Die Hard. Is that a perfect, flawless movie?
That's a perfect movie.
That's a perfect movie.
That's a perfect
Absolutely.
movie.
I would debate that with anybody all day long.
Even if the ending's corny, but you need that ending.
You need it. It was good. You have Ghostbusters. Some people list as flawless. I don't know so much. I don't have crazy love for that. Braveheart, I would say not a flawless movie just because it's completely inaccurate, but as a movie, it might be good.
It's inaccurate, but I don't give a crap. That's a flawless movie.
Gladiator makes the list for a lot of people of a flawless movie.
I watched that one time. I remember it being fantastic.
It's good. It is very good. A couple Lord of the Rings movies made it, The Two Towers and Return of the King. I think Two Towers is a little bit better. If you like that stuff, if you're not into those fantasy flicks, you're going to hate both of those.
You would hate that, wouldn't you? If you had to watch
Virginia
all
would
of the
hate
Lord of the Rings,
I
Virginia
would
hate
really
it.
be pissed.
It'd be a miserable day for her.
Yeah.
Almost Famous. Would anybody say that's a perfect movie?
it's up there, man. That's a fantastic movie.
Okay. Inception also made the list for many people for a perfect, flawless movie.
Inception. That's the one with the spinning top, and they like go into that sleepy state.
Yeah, something to that
Okay.
effect. Yeah.
I watched that one. I love the soundtrack. It's all French music.
Anybody feeling Sleepless in Seattle? Is a perfect movie?
It's good.
Not perfect, though.
Well, for a rom-com, you could argue it is a perfect movie. I mean, you can't get any more out of the park for a rom-com than
It's true.
that.
That's true.
What are you going to do? What's a better one?
Yeah.
Affair to Remember?
How about The Lion King? Would that make the list?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm going to sound a little evil right now. I was always Team Scar.
Team Scar.
Okay, another one if you're talking about the animated Finding Nemo. Perfect movie. What do you think, Virginia?
I do love Finding Nemo. It's so good.
It's hard to say that there's really any flaws in that. It's pretty solid top to bottom.
It sucks you in real good.
Mm-hmm. Okay. What else would make your list? We're talking about perfect movies. They got to be pretty flawless. Every scene matters. It all, because everything has a point to it. It's taking you on a destination. And every little thing that they do in that movie has to be taking you to that destination.
Grimsley.
Yeah. You can argue that, Virginia. Absolutely. Talking about flawless movies. You may really love a movie, but you have to admit it's not flawless. There's an ending that's not great, or there's parts in it that aren't awesome. Somebody texted and said, I think Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, except for the Chevy Chase scene where he's sitting there in the attic looking at the old films. That's a waste of 5 minutes. Well, then that undoes the whole argument. That's, to you, not a flawless movie because you don't think those 5 minutes really are necessary in the movie itself. Get rid of that. So that makes the movie flawed, not flawless. So that's the criteria we're going on here. And there's a couple more as people were texting them in that I'm like, okay, yes. One that would make my list I forgot about, Coming to America, is one that I would say the original is flawless to me. Every
So
moment
good.
through that whole movie is enjoyable and it's necessary to the story and the ending's amazing.
Yeah.
So that makes my list. Now, some people are arguing this one, and I think the fact that I don't know which one I would choose is the argument why neither one is necessarily flawless. Rocky or Rocky 2. I love them, but it's almost like I loved everything about Rocky, but I love the ending of 2. And so
I'll tell you why Rocky 2 misses out for me. The whole part where Adrian is in the hospital and she's having trouble with the pregnancy, and he won't train. It's depressing. I always skip through it.
It's tough to get through, yeah.
Yeah.
If you find yourself fast-forwarding a part of a movie, you can't put it on the list of flawless because you want every single moment of that movie.
I don't like seeing Rock like that. And I don't like seeing Adrian like that either.
Mm-hmm. Back to the Future, some people say, is a flawless movie.
That is a flawless movie. Tell me where the fat's at, baby.
Solid, through and through. Sixth Sense, maybe for some people are arguing it.
Denny's claims he called that movie within 5 minutes. He said
know.
he knew the ending right away.
It's one of his big brags. One of his big brags. Avatar?
No.
Yeah, some people are saying that. I'm not
outta
feeling
here.
that. Lethal Weapon, the original one. Some people say those are actually, I would like to go back and see that. It's been so long. Ever since Mel Gibson went all crazy on us, I haven't really been able to sit down and watch those.
I remember all 4 of those being awesome. Even part 4, which is rare, especially back then, a solid movie.
I do remember really liking them until I really stopped liking Mel Gibson. Goodfellas,
Yeah.
is that a flawless movie?
Yeah.
Pretty good.
That's amazing.
Big? There's a lot of Tom Hanks movies that are in here.
I do, yeah, Big.
Any chance Big makes the list of a flawless movie?
Kids, y'all need to watch Big. I don't think kids are watching Big, and kids need to watch Splash. 2 Tom Hanks movies that are awesome, and I do think they're both flawless. For kid movies,
I think they're decent. However, when I got older, I have a little bit more of a problem of the relationship of young Tom Hanks with the older woman. And it just...
get out of your head, Ralston. She didn't
Yeah.
know. She didn't know.
I know. I get
The
it.
blood's really on his hands. He's the one that was
You're
the
right.
liar.
You're right.
She thought she was just dating,
Yeah. A regular
a
dude.
fun, goofy guy.
Yeah. Goonies. Would that make the list? Flawless movie. Or are there parts of that like, okay, that's kind of hokey. That was dumb. That was unnecessary.
I love Goonies.
Me too. I'm with
Okay.
It's so good.
Okay, someone else arguing The Incredibles. Also, another animated movie that would be flawless. Okay, well, there you go. Thank you for all your submissions. There's a lot of good movies there on the list. Maybe one jumped to your attention, be like, okay, I know what I'm watching this weekend. Solid flick. Jaybird's got an interesting thought here about today's movies and the villains that they put in them. Obviously, we're in a different kind of mode in our society now. We got new sensibilities. We've arrived to new things. And the villains just don't seem to be the same as they used to be. Villains used to be villains. Now they're complicated individuals that have lots of layers of feelings and issues, and maybe you can find sympathy in a lot of these villains.
But am I the only one noticing this? Are you noticing this too? Or are you just saying are you just kind of saying my point here?
I don't argue it. You need to really despise people. When they do that, great villains are absolutely amazing. You look back at the old classic Darth Vader. He was just awful, pure evil, and that really was his whole thing, and that really drove a movie. You look at in Game of Thrones, when they had the young king that you hated so much in that.
Joffrey. Joffrey.
Everything about him to the core. He was just awful.
Well, yeah, because you have to hate these people, and they're not dumb. Mm-hmm. They're smart at their craft. That's why you fear them. You have to fear the villain. If they're bumbling and people are making jokes at them, and they lose the respect of the villain part. And I'm only writing down certain movies here. I'm just noticing of some of the newer movies, and I could be off. Mm-hmm. I noticed the Ghostbuster, the Rowan character from the Ghostbuster movie, with the women one. They made him out to be this like socially awkward dork. He's not really. You're not afraid of him. He's lame.
Right.
He's not scary. Mm-hmm. The scary guy from Wonder Woman. He's not scary. She beats him. She bests him at every point in the movie. He never is a threat to her.
Yeah.
Kylo Ren. He was a emo punk bitch through all 3 movies.
He was just moody.
Ray bested him at every turn. You never were afraid of Kylo Ren. He was just this angsty teenage man-child.
He was. That's really what it was. It's like he was having a tough time dealing with his acne.
You were never scared of him.
Yeah.
The dude from Captain Marvel with Brie Larson. He never scares anybody. These villains suck.
Well, and to your point, even some of the people and the characters that we once loved as kids growing up, going back to your Star Wars franchise, like a Luke Skywalker or Han Solo, they made them these bumbling, bitter old men. And so they really kind of changed these things.
Oh, Luke Skywalker he saves the galaxy, then all of a sudden you fast forward 30 years. He's old. He hates, leave me alone. I hate the Force. Arr.
My back hurts.
He took everything you loved about Luke and made him into a jerk.
Yoda gave you a great model of growing old. And he was a lot older than Luke Skywalker was.
There's a part in the new Star Wars movie. Han Solo, the Millennium Falcon is his ship, Virginia. That's his. He's always had it.
Ship,
yes.
Yeah.
And there's a part where Rey, she has the ship, and there's a part where he goes, well, how did you do that? All I did was this, Han. I just hit this one. She's basically telling him how to run his own ship. How does she know about his ship?
Yeah,
He's
that's
had
not
it for 50
possible.
years.
It's not possible.
They're taking people, especially heroes we love, they're turning them dumb.
Yeah.
And stupid.
I hear you. Rant on, old man.
Call me old, but
Yeah.
I've realized too, when people call you old, that's just them trying to shut you up because you might have a good argument.
Well, I would say, to your point about villains, it feels like a lot of the villains used to be better because you have to make them completely evil to the core. That's what it is. I don't want somebody that's conflicted.
No.
And somebody that you're seeing, well, there's a little good in them, there's a little bad in them. No, give me pure evil in my movies.
Hans Gruber from Die Hard, that guy was pure evil.
Oh, he was
and
great.
we loved him for it.
It made the movies a lot better.
He wasn't bumbling. He was good at his craft.
Yeah, I agree with you in that.
He was cold-hearted. He killed people if they talked back to him.
Right. Absolutely. Okay, I love it. Bird on his soapbox. Got a little rant for you here today. That's right. Fire him up.
that vein in your neck is popping out.
Get them juices flowing, Bird.
Get off my lawn, kids.
Ah, kids.
It's the KVJ Dirt of the Day. It's the KVJ Dirt of the Day. Virginia, take it away. Cause you know we need that Dirt of the Day.
Well, this new A&E documentary called Secrets of Playboy is just bringing the heat every week. They had a bunch of playmates on there last night talking specifically about the drug use. Now, Hugh Hefner went on the record many times and always said, oh, there's no drug use at the mansion. No, there's no heavy drugs. Nobody's doing drugs. But several girls went on the record on A&E last night and contradicted that stance. They also talked about, his former assistant, I guess her name was Bobby. And Bobby was involved in this DEA and FBI investigation back in the day into whether or not there was drugs being given to girls at the Playboy Mansion. And then Bobby committed suicide. And I think that, hurt the investigation. And now some of the other Playboy playmates are coming forward, specifically a girlfriend named Sandra, who was there from 76 to 81, is claiming that she was a drug mule for Hef. She says, even though I was 30 years younger than him, he had no problem sending me out as a drug mule. And if I would have got caught, my life would have been over. But it didn't care. He didn't care. It didn't matter to him. She said she would go on drug runs once a week.
Wow.
And there was Quaaludes, and there was cocaine, and there was a whole drawer full of pills and drugs. And it's just weird because he was so adamantly coming from the place of,
Sure.
we don't have drugs here at the mansion.
I am super shocked that there were drugs, especially in the 80s, especially at the Playboy Mansion. Who the hell's believing half about no drugs at the mansion?
There was a DEA and an FBI investigation that he was able to not have come to a conclusion. Nobody was arrested. Nobody went to prison.
Yeah.
This one chick committed suicide. So I think it's interesting that now all of these playmates are talking about it, and they're shedding light on the stuff that the DEA and the FBI were never able to shed light on and get the truth about.
But there's also playmates now coming out, too, going after these playmates. So there's a big old playmate civil war going on.
Right.
Well,
Someone's calling out Holly, too.
they've been doing that for a while. I mean, they've called out Holly for all kind of stuff, but I think it is notable that now Playboy issued a lengthy statement after finding out about all the details of this documentary. And they're not saying any of these women are lying. That's what's interesting. They're saying, look, the company today is not Hugh Hefner's Playboy. We believe in all of these women coming forward to share their experiences, and we strongly support them and validate them. So the company of Playboy is like, look, we kind of know this happened and we're owning it.
Well, it's not. They don't probably want to deal with anything in court, and it's not really going to be anything off of them to say, hey, that was Hugh, and you can pin it on a guy who's dead and can't, try to defend himself.
I just can't believe there was seedy behavior at the Playboy Mansion. I'm shocked. As everyone else is so shocked by all.
Yeah.
Well, the FBI and the DEA couldn't get to the truth.
But Virginia, we're talking about how do we know they weren't on the take? We're talking about the Playboy Mansion.
Right.
All Hef had to do is, hey, here's 5 playmates, and no one says anything.
How many nights after they vindicated Hugh did they spend in that grotto?
Yeah, I mean, that doesn't mean anything that they investigated him.
Yeah.
In other news, it looks like Billy Joe from Green Day got robbed. One of his prized antique cars and a bunch of band gear were stolen from some sort of commercial storage facility in Costa Mesa. The cops are looking for it, and Billy Joe took to social media to share pictures of his Chevy Nova and a bunch of guitars and amps that were stolen. So
Okay.
if anybody has information, Billy Joe is begging for you to call the Costa Mesa police.
He begs in his punk rock voice.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And that's what's going on in your dirt.
Okay, got a few celebrity birthdays here today. Vince Neil of Motley Crue is 61 and probably already hammered to celebrate.
He's still going pretty hard.
Yeah, he does. He's not. They talked about the decade of decadence, but that was actually, I think, 2 decades ago, and he's maybe upping it every decade.
Motley Crue and Pearl Jam are in a feud. Well, Eddie Vedder and Nikki Sixx are in a feud right now.
Nikki Sixx, I think, said that they were the most boring band ever.
But I think Eddie Vedder fired the first shot.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, I think he was talking trash about Motley Crue.
Oh, good heavens. Look out. I mean, who's going to win? The mopey guys from Seattle or the dudes in high heels? I don't know. That could be crazy. I'd like to see that fight go down. Also, got to say happy birthday to Mary Steenburgen. She is 69 years old today. Been in so many classic movies. Happy birthday to her. Also, happy birthday to Josh. You're a great dad. Love Laura Lily, Hayden, Rizzo the dog, and Meow Meow the cat. Also, happy birthday to Danielle from Vanessa, Nicola, Alexandra, and the gang. Birthday shout out to my amazing fiance Dano, turning the dirty 30 today. That is from Christina. Also, Annabelle from Cape Coral, having a magical 3rd birthday. From Abby, Daddy, Mommy, Sky, and Puppy. Got a cute photo of her there with the Spider-Man.
That's awesome.
Yes.
Aww.
Got a birthday I want to shout out here on the KVJ Show. You can just let us know. Mail at kvjshow.com. MAIL at kvjshow.com. Bird was making a case that they just don't make the villains in movies the way they used to.
On some stuff. More of the mainstream stuff.
He went through like Boba Fett, which is the new show that they're doing on Disney Plus.
Some of the superhero
being
movies.
One. Yeah. A couple of the comments came in. One person said, Bird is 100% right. Hollywood doesn't like the old system and wants old heroes made dumb. New heroes just know things, and new villains can't be good, otherwise people will idolize them, i.e. Darth Vader. Okay.
And there's people who idolize Darth Vader.
That's true. Maybe they just don't want you doing that today.
Why? They know Darth
Idolizing
Vader's
bad people.
Well, it's not real.
It's bringing us down. Another comment said, there is a goal in Hollywood to make a man inferior and raise up women. That's why they are doing this. But men don't have to be weak for women to be strong. So that is a comment that's a thing they're doing, an objective they have in Hollywood. And another comment said, while I agree to a certain sense, I do enjoy some of the conflicted villains. It does make them hard to predict.
I'm with you on that. I'm not saying every villain's got to not have a backstory, but it just, I don't know. They're just making some of them a little bumbling and kind of stupid, and within 30 minutes, you don't even fear the villain anymore. You go, well, she's going to beat him because she just beat his ass again. She just beat him up the 3rd time.
Right. You want it to look like this is going to be a legitimate challenge.
Yes.
A legitimate challenge. All right, coming up here in just a couple of minutes, Bird does have some good news. I believe his smell, he thinks, is coming back.
Ooh.
I do, Virginia.
Yeah.
Well, let's test it.
I
Yeah.
can smell my Napoleon. Oh, yeah, smell that. Get into that.
I did. It's delicious.
Okay.
It's
It's so flaky and buttery. Kevin, you need some.
It does look amazing. Trust me. I would love to tear it.
We would have to hold down Kevin and like torture him to get him to eat this.
Well, Virginia's fingers have been all up in that thing.
When I got it, it looked like it had been stepped on. It was not clean when it came to me.
Still a lot of crazy things with people who've had COVID. Bird got it a while ago, and you've had issues going on with your smell ever since.
And taste buds.
In your taste buds. It had been in, it then was out, and now you think that they might be back again?
My taste buds are doing better than my smell, and my smell seems to be kind of going along with it. I'm smelling things. I'm smelling Virginia's lotions. I'm smelling my desserts.
You smell my grandma lotion?
I do. I drove by Burger King. I smelled Whoppers again. That hasn't happened.
Wow.
Yeah. Got an email here, actually, Sarah from Lake Worth Beach. She said, I had COVID about a month before Jaybird. All is fine except one thing. I loved sour cream. I put it on almost everything. After COVID, it tastes like rancid patootie.
Yes. People's taste buds are changing.
Yeah, it changed my taste buds as well.
Said it's so incredibly disgusting to me now. That's my only lingering side effect I'm aware of. Do you have anything that tastes weird like that?
Yeah, mint stuff, brushing your teeth, mouthwash. It tastes completely different. I always have to check the date to see if it's not working or something. It seems like it's just off. It's not gross. It's just complete different taste.
You were saying at one point, like some sodas tasted like rotten meat.
Coffee.
Ugh.
Coffee was smelling like beef stew.
Oh, wow.
Denny's in Virginia would bring coffee, and I go, "You guys eating beef? What are you guys eating?"
My neighbor, she had the long COVID sense of smell and taste. She would be just like drinking alcohol, and she said it would taste like rotten vegetables.
Oh, wow.
She couldn't have like a White Claw. 'Cause
That's
it tasted
so
like
messed up.
rotten vegetables.
you
And
guys-
smell.
You guys know my smell and my taste buds. That's my moneymaker. You've always
yeah.
been impressed with that here on the
Oh,
radio.
it was unbelievable. It was top notch.
This is going to be my first time. Do we have stuff for me to smell?
We do.
This is going to be my first test. I'm going to know if my smell really is back right now. Are these things I should be able to get?
Yeah. I mean, these are things that I would get.
Okay. All right, so we're going to put this to the test here.
I'm kind of nervous. Got people listening?
We need the blindfold, Denny's.
Got it right here.
Okay.
All right, so we're going to see if Jaybird's sniffer is on point or not.
I would say, Kev, the last week, I've seen it change for the better.
Good. Okay, so we'll just see maybe where it might be. Now, I'm going to have you, when Virginia tells you to plug your ears, she's going to whisper into the microphone what the item is so people can hear. What's the first item, Virginia?
The first item is smoked baby clams
Ew. Okay.
in a can.
All right. Okay.
All
All right, we got a Bird. You're good. You can unplug.
All right, you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay.
All right, bringing these over. Get in there, big boy.
Okay, do you smell anything? He's really putting him close to his sniffer. What are you thinking there? What are you getting?
Can I smell it again?
Sure.
Okay. I mean, he's really got his nose up close.
Smells like bacon to me.
I
Bacon,
can smell
okay.
it from here.
Yeah,
It smells like bacon.
I can smell it too. You're smelling bacon?
It's not bacon.
Okay, all right. Why don't we let's see if maybe the taste helps, because I want to see how this is correlated one to the other. Because this is such a weird experiment. You're smelling bacon.
Bacon.
It's not bacon.
I would love bacon.
Let me ask you this, Kev. You know my sniffer very well.
Yeah.
Would my old sniffer have gotten that? In your
Yes.
opinion?
Big time.
Without a doubt.
Big time. That's why I'm looking at
You know
this, and
what?
I hate to tell you, I'm
I
a
gotta
little.
quit this thing.
I'm sorry. I'm a little alarmed.
I'm
Oh my
0
gosh.
for 1. I mean, what was that?
Virginia, go ahead and tell him.
Oh, he's not going to taste it?
Well,
I can't.
Well, let me just put it on real quick. I just want to see where your taste is compared to where your sniffer is. Because does your taste pick it up where your sniffer couldn't? Okay, take a guess at what you have in your mouth. You don't have to swallow it. Not that you can't. You could, but you don't have to. It is edible.
It's food.
Yeah, it's food.
Tastes like a.
What it tastes like to you?
I hate to say it, but it tastes like shredded bacon.
It's tasting like bacon?
Dude.
It's not bacon.
What is that?
Smoked baby clams. It's so oceany.
If you were Bird, if the old sniffer and taste buds were here, you would have recoiled the second she cracked that can open.
It's so clammy.
You'd be barfing.
This is depressing me.
Your scent is not
You're
back.
smelling things, but you're way off, dude.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, man.
I don't want to be embarrassed.
There's nothing bacony about it.
And there's nothing embarrassing about this.
It's sad, though. I'm bummed out by this.
Well, it's not your fault. I mean, it's just going to show you
it's
that
not. It's just
COVID ain't done with us.
the heck, man. It's so stunning.
That's got such a bacon taste to me. I mean, maybe it's the smokes that I'm but I can't taste any.
Let's try one more.
There's no way this smells like bacon.
No. I can smell from here. I don't have my sniffer
clam.
was maybe a tenth of what Jaybird's sniffer used to be, and I could smell that when you cracked it open.
Absolutely.
Here's the thing that's been weird. There's the weirdest thing about the whole thing. It changed every week. It's different. I'll taste it, but things are just change. It just constantly changes my
so
taste.
Bizarre. It's just so you never know what you're going to get from day to day, huh?
But there's certain things that do smell, but gasoline can still smell like gasoline to me.
Yeah, so
certain
it gives
things
you.
don't though.
Well, you're getting a false sense of confidence. You come in here, like a old peacock with your chest poked out
I got it
here.
back, Kevin.
Yeah, and it ain't back.
I smelled pizza over the weekend, and I tasted the pizza, and it was fantastic. What's that about?
Well,
I can't do my pizza taste test.
I mean, at least be happy, I guess. And honestly, maybe it's doing you a favor because you don't want the real taste of sweet baby clams.
you know me. I would have been.
Yeah, you.
But
would've-
everybody loves bacon if, clams taste like bacon.
Yeah.
These canned clams are a lot cheaper than bacon right now in the grocery.
really.
Bacon is expensive right now.
What's weird is you gave me something where I tasted, and I've tasted it before, and I got it right.
That's weird.
Let's try one more. I just want to see.
All right.
Yeah, what you might be off on, and hey,
This is bumming me out, dog.
well, I mean, if you're off on being able to smell and taste seafood, this may be a gift because you hated the smell and taste of seafood.
Yeah, but all right, let's see what
Yeah,
I
okay.
do.
All right.
On the smell.
When's he need to cover his ears, Virginia? You got to tell everybody what you got here. Yeah.
This is wild sardines in olive oil.
Okay. All right. Got it. All right. Something else for you to try
All
here.
right. Smell, baby. Get in there.
You got your nose really close to it. What are you thinking?
Let me smell it again. That smells like. Is that shrimp?
It's not shrimp.
No.
Is it cat food?
Try it in your mouth. See if there's a taste that goes with it.
Oh.
What does it taste like? Does the taste help you out? Yeah, it's gross. Spit it out. What's the taste telling you?
Got a sardine?
It is a sardine.
It is sardine. Wow.
Okay.
All right, interesting.
You got that.
It's so bizarre. You
The
went so
inconsistency.
hard on the first one.
I don't like this.
Do you have anything else that's not seafood based, Virginia?
Everything else I have is from the ocean, but I do have other stuff.
It's all kind of, at the
Yeah,
one point,
right,
it's kind
yeah.
of like the ocean.
Yeah, exactly. Huh.
Yeah.
Odd that you got one of them right and you whiffed one of them terribly.
Can I be 100% honest with you?
Yeah.
I guessed on sardine.
Did you really?
I did.
You figured, yeah.
I
Virginia's
figured.
going down her path of, yeah.
I love the ocean.
Yeah.
The smell. I couldn't get it with the smell, and I could taste that it tasted aquatic, and I just guessed
Yeah.
on sardine. I guessed
Okay.
right.
So you couldn't smell it.
I knew it tasted aquatic,
Yeah.
but I didn't.
Dang, that is so
me smell it.
Yeah, it's
fishy.
fun. I smell it too.
It's
yeah.
so fishy.
Huh.
Gosh, man.
And nothing, huh?
I instantly know. Okay, that's fish. That's definitely.
Yeah. So you're back on a few and you're missing on a few. And the odd thing about this is it's almost like keeping a checklist of you would know, at least today, I know the smell and taste of pizza. I don't know sweet baby clams or whatever it is.
I'm going to make you a sweet baby clam soup, and you're going to think I make you bacon soup.
Yeah, which would be delicious.
I gotta tell you, I feel like Rocky from Rocky 3 before he gets his mojo back.
You
Well,
lost
you look
the eye
like
of the tiger.
him. Yeah, you definitely look like
I lost
him.
the pie of the tiger.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll keep checking that out. See how you're doing, and what is everybody else experiencing with this stuff?
I couldn't do the pizza after this. I couldn't even do the pizza vlog now. How could you even take me seriously?
Well, yeah, you could question, be like, oh, it's just because you have COVID that you said our pizza sucks.
You're right. You're 100. I can't.
We'd like a guy to come in here and taste our pizza that doesn't have long COVID.
Yeah.
I'm questioning everything.
Crazy. Yeah, it's kind of odd to hear what people are going through. My wife, we're 18 months, I think, since she had it. She can't smell anything.
Still.
And she's been doing all the little smell test things you could do. She's run through
Trying
the
to
gamut.
shock her system with like
Yeah.
strong, pungent.
Someone's asking me, can I taste anything? I can taste stuff. I can taste it. I'll say though, I guess it's different every morning.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Maybe we
Okay.
just need to give you sweet baby clams every morning.
There you go. Now
Trying
you
to
start
train
liking
you.
them.
I'm mad
Yeah.
that I had those.
Okay.
You had them and
stuff.
you liked them.
Not like them. I didn't like them.
Well,
I didn't like them.
well, you weren't repulsed. You were chewing.
I didn't like. I
Don't put that on
You
me.
used to be repulsed by clam.
No, I hate clams and I hate being pro clam. Don't.
You didn't hate it.
I did not like that.
All right, we got 2 truths and a lie here. 2 stories are true. One of them is a complete lie. We got Jaybird, Denny's, and Suits. Suits is in here to tell us the story. Is there truth to it? Okay, what happened in your story here, Suits?
Well, just accidentally topical. You were just talking about the Daytona 500. Well, I had done a few times before the pandemic started where I was able to go in and be media to cover for our sports station here at a couple of different NASCAR events in South Florida.
Okay.
So it was a really cool experience because you're in the legit media center. You've got the actual, Fox Sports and NBC Sports guys there, and you have access to all those press conferences. So I was in there once when they were doing a press conference with a driver, and somebody had asked him about his trouble getting into the racetrack.
Okay.
I guess he had an issue with his credentials where the guy said that he knew who he was but wouldn't let him in, and he went on this rant about how terrible this track is run, how the president of the track clearly doesn't know what he's doing, and there's no common sense here.
Ruh-roh.
So as soon as he finished up, I guess the president was waiting for him outside the media center to try and cool things down, which is not what happened. They got into the biggest screaming match in front of the entire NASCAR media center crew.
Oh,
Everybody
wow.
was there. He called him an idiot. He said he doesn't know how to do his job whatsoever, and stormed out of there in front of everybody, and I had a front row seat to it. It was awesome.
Wow.
Okay.
Are you ready to name names?
I might be ready to name names. We'll see.
I like it.
Okay.
I'll name names with my story.
Okay.
Jason Pennington and Becky Pennington. That's who's
Okay.
in this story.
Okay, you and your sister.
I was living in Lake Park. Now you guys know my mom never really let us out. We weren't allowed to go out, so we were
You're like
always in the
Veal.
backyard a lot. But going across the street, which wasn't very far, every now and then we were allowed to go over there to say hello to the neighbor or help them with whatever little chore. Well, we were on the side of the house, and I tried to throw the ball over into their yard because I would have said, "Hey, Mom, the ball's in the neighbor's yard. Let
I
me
gotta
go
go
over."
get the ball.
Yeah, so me and Becky go, throw the baseball across the street, and then we'll be able to go out and you'll be able to do that. So I throw the ball across the street, but Hamburger Hands muffs the ball, and it goes into the street by a car, and the car sees the baseball, rears off, and hits another parked car, and I caused an accident.
No.
Long story short, my mom got involved. We got in trouble. And that's pretty much it.
Okay. All right, is that
No one
true?
died. No one got hurt, but the
Okay.
car was.
Good heavens. All right, and Denny's, what happened in your story here?
When I was younger, me and my brother were in karate, and we would go
right.
to our classes and stuff, and you kind of develop in the community of karate kids, so we'd all hang out. And there's a hierarchy in karate where you have, the sensei, you have his assistant, and then you have kind of like the kid that's been in karate long enough to where he can kind of help facilitate things.
Okay.
So we became pretty cool friends with him. But they're doing one of their big tournaments, and before they do their forms where they have to do a whole thing. Well, so he was doing his thing, And on a dare, I was dared to run out and kick him in the nuts right at the end of it. And we were all joking about it. And I ran out and kicked him, and they shut everything down. I got in so much trouble. I had to apologize before every class for 3 months, and I had to clean windows and do all chores in the building.
Wow.
Every class I went to because of that. And I learned a big lesson in respecting
People's nards?
Nuts?
yes,
Yeah.
respecting nuts.
It's a good thing to respect.
That's what karate will teach you. It teaches you the life lesson.
It does.
Wow. Okay, so did Suits really see a fight go down at a Daytona 500 event? Did Jaybird really cause a car to crash by throwing a ball into the street, or is Denny's a real-life ball buster? Okay.
A lot of balls.
A lot of balls. Maybe that was not on accident.
Which one, if you had to guess, Virginia, do you think is the lie here?
Oh, I don't know. I like all of them. I want them all to be true.
Mm-hmm.
I'm leaning Denny's,
You're thinking Denny's is telling the lie.
but I don't know. They all did good.
Yeah, we had a meeting before this. We said we want to trick Virginia the most.
You tricked me every week. This is the worst game for me. I do terrible.
Kevin's pretty good usually.
Well, let me see here. This one is a little trickier. My first thought is Jaybird, just the whole car crashing into another car. That seems pretty extreme. I would think there might be an investigation, something that would go down on top of that.
Perhaps there was.
Maybe there should have been jail time for Baby Bird.
Well, there should, regardless of that story, there should probably be a little time on the clink for me.
Suit seems the most believable. Now, Denny's story doesn't sound like something he'd do now, but I think he was a little bit more mischievous when he was younger. So that's my thought on that. But right now, the majority vote is for Denny's. 44% say that he's the liar, then Bird, then Suits. Okay, so who is telling the truth? Who is telling the lie? Okay, we got 2 truths and a lie. Which person is our big old liar here today? We heard stories from Suits, Jaybird, Denny's. Suits talked about how he saw 2 dudes getting into it at a Daytona 500 event. Jaybird talked about throwing a ball out into the street, causing a car to crash into another one. And then Denny's told us about how during a karate event, he went out and kicked some dude in the nards.
Ooh,
and
ball
then
buster.
got in trouble and had to apologize in front of class for like 3 months and had to do all these chores around there.
It
because
seems
of what
so
he did.
strict. I mean, 3 months of steady apology? Dang.
Yeah, that would be tough. So, right now on KVJ TV, majority of people are saying 42% say that Denny's is the liar here today. 34% say Bird. 24% says Suits. I'm going to stick with Bird, I think, but I kind of agree with everybody. Denny's. Suits is the one I believe the most. What do you think, Virginia?
They got me spun around.
Yeah, we do.
I hope Suits is true, and I want him to name names, so I can't pull for that one to be a lie. Just we at the Dirt of the Day, we love a story like that.
Okay. All right. So which person here is the one that is telling the lie? Would the liar please step forward? Oh,
Hello?
Bird!
I'm the liar.
Bird's a liar.
Bird is
You
the
got
liar.
it, Kevin.
Got him again.
You got me,
Yes.
Kevin.
Uh-huh.
The wreck
right.
was a lot. You were right. The wreck was a lot.
Right, there's no investigation.
Yeah.
Car.
Yeah, you're right, Kevin. You figure it out every week. And every week I get all excited.
Well, you're with the audience. The audience didn't get. They thought Sweet Denny's was lying.
Yeah. Sounds like Virginia's taking this pretty hard.
I am, because they trick me every week.
Yeah.
It's designed for that.
Yeah. There's one thing that is out there that I don't really fully understand. It's these NFTs. Do you guys know anything about what this is? I had seen that Justin Bieber, I think, spent like $1.5 million on an NFT. It was of like Bored Gorilla or Sad Gorilla or something like that.
Yeah, it was like a confused monkey.
Yes. And then I saw
like, what?
I saw somebody else had spent all this money on an NFT, and somebody else, I guess, had dummied the site and took all of the Bitcoin that was off the site, and so they lost their rights to the NFT, thus losing all their money. I'm like, what is this stuff? I don't understand why you buy these things in the first place, what you do with it. Because to me, when you buy something, you get something tangible, right? And it's something that has, I don't know, you would use it, you do something with it. I mean, even if you buy art, it's something that you get and you put up on the wall.
I don't get it, Kevin. If you're coming to me for help, I can't help you.
Yeah, when I saw that today, that the one guy had spent a ridiculous amount of money on this one NFT, and then somebody just dummied the site and then wound up taking his crypto coin anyway. And I'm like, okay, well then why'd you get it in the first place? It just seems like one of the dumbest things you can buy. And I assume I'm saying that because I don't understand it.
Oh, you'll get a 9-page email from somebody. Kevin, you don't know anything about NFTs.
And he's saying he doesn't.
Yeah.
I'm saying I don't either. I don't understand it.
So you don't have to tell Kevin he doesn't know in 9 paragraphs.
Yeah, he knows he don't know.
Yeah, I'm saying. I mean, once person's saying, yeah, the NFTs are just digital art. But here's the thing, and I guess there are art thieves too, but for the most part, they have to get into your house and break in, and actually they got to work for it. Sounds like this one person that had their NFT digital art stolen, the person just dummied a site, it was a hack, and then boom, it's gone.
Quinjet in the chat room in all caps says, it's just digital art. It's another form of crypto, LOL. Kind of alluding we're dumb, in my opinion. The LOL means we're dumb. And it's all caps.
I mean, I'm coming to you admitting that I don't understand what it is. I'm trying to get all this stuff, but it's still, I guess this is the old man in me. I just am having a hard time grasping. I guess I understand what it is. I just don't understand why you would spend $1.5 million on it.
On anything that's a piece of digital art.
Yeah. Justin Bieber, somebody texted and said, yeah, the one he got, they're called Bored Apes. It's like owning really expensive art that comes with really cool perks. Okay, well, what are the perks? And then what do you do when somebody hacks your site and they steal your NFT and you've just lost $1.5 million? I don't know. It's one of those things. You ever have those things? And I notice this, the older I get, the less I understand. NFTs is getting towards the top of my list of things I just don't quite understand.
I also heard somebody say yesterday, NFTs are already over.
Okay, so if you spent
like,
$1.5 million on something that's already over,
I don't even know what it means, but it's already over.
I would be happy if it is. That way I don't have to learn what it is.
I love Virginia doesn't know what it is, but she's against it, annoyed with it. You can hear it in her voice.
Yeah.
I'm just telling you, it's confusing to old people, and I'm old.
Well, now I know how, my parents and grandparents felt when I tried to explain to them why we did something or why we like something. Like, I just don't get why you would do that. This is my new thing, NFTs. I just don't get it. I don't understand why you would do that. It just seems silly to me. It's art that you don't hang on a wall and you don't own, and then somebody can easily steal it online.
Bored ape? I don't get it.
So there you go.
Look, I just got a credit card again. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I hear you, man. You're right. One thing at a time. Okay. Well, you kind of explained it, but you kind of explained what I already knew. I'm just trying to understand. I guess I understand NFTs, so that was good. I just don't understand why.
How about people?
Why you're doing it?
People call in, they explain it, but they only can explain it in a condescending way. Kevin, this is what it is.
No, here's the thing. You call in to explain why you would do it, but here's the thing. As soon as you use the word like, I hang up on you.
That's such a great game.
Okay, so like, gone.
You should.
Okay, NFTs are like an NFT. Okay, we wouldn't get the explanation.
That's a fun game.
Okay, all right. Can you explain NFTs, why you would get them without using the word like? I'd like to hear from you. 877-979-WRMF. I can't even explain without saying like. Okay, I'm just trying to understand what the NFTs are all about. I see the stories. I'm like, maybe it's not something I need to know anything about. And then I saw Justin Bieber bought a Bored Ape NFT. It's digital art for $1.5 million. And I saw today where a guy had all this money invested, hundreds of thousands of dollars in NFTs, and somebody, I guess, copied the site, dummied it, duplicated it, something like that, and somehow took all the cryptocurrency attached to it, and the guy lost all of his money. I was just like, well, that just seems silly. I don't understand these things. I get art and why people pay for that, put it on their walls, and pay too much money for that. The NFTs, I just didn't get. And somebody just texted in and said, yeah, my son just explained the whole NFT thing to me, and I'm looking at him like, what?
I know.
What are you talking about?
People are texting me and they're like, look, it's digital trading cards.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
people make this art valuable based on popularity. But if you're not into crypto, you shouldn't worry about it too much because it's another way of investing your crypto. And I can tell you right now, I'm not into crypto.
Y'all, I'm very old school. That's why I always carry around, a bag of nickels. I keep it old school.
Makes you a good weapon, too.
Yeah.
Manny's on here from Coral Springs. Now, here's the thing. Can you explain NFTs without using the word like? If you do, I got to let you go.
I can. I'm gonna do my best here.
Okay, sorry if I have to hang up on you, Manny, but the rules are the rules.
I understand.
Okay. All right, here we go.
I'm gonna leave it in simplest terms. I'm sure some NFT experts out there are gonna beat me up, but we pretty much all own NFTs. You ever bought a movie on Amazon?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Same concept. You get a digital copy of a movie. Now, yours is not worth that much because anybody can buy it. Now, let's say Brad Pitt made a movie for just you and you bought that digital copy. How much is that going to be worth?
A lot, I think.
Yeah, so
Okay.
that's in simplest terms.
Okay. All right. So, yeah, somebody had texted in kind of your point, Virginia. Thank you, Manny. Somebody said they are like the baseball trading cards. And they said, think of it this way. We used to buy records and cassettes and CDs, and then it switched to streaming. So you're still buying the music, but you don't physically have it. The same thing with an NFT. But with an NFT, if anyone uses that NFT that you own, you get paid. And so people were saying the whole thing that Justin Bieber did, you're supposed to buy them when they're of low value and then you cash in when they get high. But Justin Bieber bought high and paid $1.5 million for his Bored Ape.
But that's why Bieber's Bieber. He's dangerous.
Yeah, the text said Justin Bieber is dumb for paying that much. But the idea is you buy it when it's low, the value goes up, and depending upon the NFT, you'll get free concert tickets, shoes. There are extra perks that come from sponsors of that company, like Adidas, Nike, Ticketmaster, and the such.
Wait, the Bored Ape is going to give me Adidas shoes?
You could get all that as, I guess, additional perks for buying your NFT.
It's where the digital world crosses over into the real world, Virginia.
I'm so confused. I can't.
I hear you. Yeah. And
It's not that hard. You got this.
I don't got this.
And another person just texted in and said, yeah, NFTs are scams for idiots with too much fake money. Screenshot the image, and now you also own it. So I don't know.
Yeah. Like I can see this Bored Ape that Bieber bought, and I can look at it all I want. It's not just his. It's mine, too. I can look at it.
Yeah.
It's Bieber's, bro. It's his.
I guess he owns the trademark on it or
Well,
something to that line. And
come poke out my eye then and make me not able to look at your Bored Ape.
yeah.
You can't.
It's mine, bro.
I can look at it.
So it's like trademarking a photo in a sense. Somebody said if there's a picture of KVJ and you guys turn it into an NFT, and if anybody ever used that photo, then they have to pay you.
Yeah, we're gonna sue your ass.
I wouldn't even know how to start that litigation. Like what? How do you even explain that to a lawyer?
We're not into suing people. We're the ones that like to get sued.
Yes,
That's
that
our thing.
does
That's
happen.
kind of our shtick.
We do get sued a lot.
And somebody said, yes, and I forgot about this. I think we did play this when it came out. The Pete Davidson Eminem SNL skit about NFTs. It kind of explains it, but it kind of makes fun of them. So there you go. Hopefully that helped you. I don't know if it helped me, but
Didn't
maybe
help
there's
me a
one
bit.
person out there that it helped. Maybe one.
It's the KVJ Dirt of the Day. It's the KVJ Dirt of the Day. Virginia, take it away. Cause you know we need that Dirt of the Day.
I am going to go watch the Pete Davidson skit about NFTs, though,
Yes.
because Pete Davidson is super hot right now.
Oh, yeah, he is.
And a lot of people are saying it's his affiliation with Kim Kardashian,
Okay.
who he is now referring to in his daily life as his girlfriend.
Oh, okay.
He was on a podcast talking about what he's up to, and he said he likes to chill at home with his girlfriend.
Okay.
I don't know if he's going to be featured, but you know, the Kardashians' new show is going to be kicking off April 14th on Hulu.
So they tricked us? I thought they were going away.
Nope.
And now they're back, and
They
I guess...
just ended with E.
And the other thing too is
Jeez.
that
He's got a bigger deal
Yeah.
on a bigger network.
Totally.
Pete Davidson had heat before the Kardashians. It's not like no one knew Pete Davidson was. He was hot before the
But
Kardashians.
now he's got a Super Bowl commercial on
Yeah.
Sunday. He's doing a mayonnaise commercial, so he's kind of made it.
He is good in the sense where he is self-deprecating, and that makes you like him a little bit more because the whole commercial is about how he is hittable. And he gets it, a guy tackles him, and then he's like, "Why'd you tackle me? I wasn't wasting food." And he's like, "I get it. I'm very hittable."
Because Kanye said you were hittable. Because Kanye's mad that you're dating Kim. It all comes back to Kim, y'all.
Okay.
Or yes, there's one problem in this equation.
You call it a problem. I call it a kingmaker. Kim Kardashian.
That maybe the most annoying thing she said a
Yeah.
lot this year already, but probably the most annoying thing Virginia said all year.
It's gonna be tough to beat.
Kingmaker. Oh,
Suck it. And there is a guy who is happy today. Tyga just got the news that he will not be hit with criminal charges with his whole domestic violence case. I guess his ex-girlfriend Cameron, who he was accused of putting his hands on, has now dropped her side of it and says that it was a disagreement, but it was not physical. And I guess they're dropping the charges against him for now. As long as he doesn't get in any other trouble, this domestic dispute will not be coming back to haunt him anytime soon. And that's what's going on in your dirt.
Listen up, y'all, cause here's the sitch. It's time for another round of Do It, Bitch. 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 Do it. Do it. Do it, bitch. Do it, bitch.
Oh, unnerving competition leading to a punishment. I know everybody's still looking forward to this. Yeah. It is a grind here.
I forgot it was Do It Bitch Day, and then Jason reminded me, and I was like, oh, crap. I got to
Yeah.
get my head in the game.
Yeah, you do.
do it, witch.
I need some more caffeine.
Yeah.
Damn it snuck up on me again.
Got to get the focus here, Virginia. That's a big one. Okay, what we do is we draw out here for teams, and then from there we see how they can name topics off in 10 seconds. They got to know their partner very well, though, and their abilities for each topic. Okay, here we go. Who's going to be our partners today?
Oh, Virginia's drawing.
I'm drawing the name. It's going to be Suits.
Oh,
me and the bird.
witch and Snoots versus the bird and Denny.
Okay, all right.
Okay.
Do you know who's going to be the gambler on your team?
Yeah, I think.
Virginia? Or-
Suits, are you there?
Yeah, you can be the gambler. I'm good with that.
Okay, blah. We got this.
Okay.
He was good last week. Suits was really good. He was
Ugh.
clutch.
Yeah.
I liked your performance last week, Suits.
Okay. Denny's,
Thank you.
what do you think you're going to do for the gambler on your team?
Did you want me to gamble, or
Yeah.
you want me to list? You want me to list?
Yeah, you can gamble.
Oh, I can gamble.
Oh, you're listing?
Yeah, I'll list.
All right, all right.
You're going up against Suits.
Okay.
He's strong. He's a kid.
It all depends on the categories in this.
It
game.
really does.
Yeah. That's what it comes down to.
It does.
Okay.
Oh gosh.
All right, here we go. We are going to start off with Virginia and Suits. Their team gets to go first, and our topic is magazines. Magazines. Different kinds of magazines. Virginia, how many can Suits name in 10 seconds?
Does my boy Soups even know about magazines? These young kids?
Cruising Digest, NASCAR Times.
Okay.
Yeah, Cats, Illustrated.
Swimsuit edition.
Yeah. Cats in swimsuits.
My friend's husband said he wanted cigar aficionado.
Uh-huh.
And so she went looking. She's like, I can't find this magazine nowhere. Cigar, fishing, and auto. It's nowhere to be found. They don't
Cigar,
make it.
fishing, and auto.
Cigar.
A lot of good things in one
aficionado.
magazine. Okay, what do you think, Virginia?
Okay, Suits is worldly. He may be young. He may have never purchased a magazine, but I'm going to say he can name 5.
5 magazines. Denny's, how many can Jaber name in 10 seconds?
See, I think Bird lived through the era of magazines.
Oh, yeah.
Oh gosh.
They're all dirty.
Yeah, what if you just list dirty magazines? I mean,
You could.
Oh, he's got 10 right there.
yeah, if we're adding dirty.
Oh,
to
it's
it.
a magazine.
Yeah,
baby.
yeah. I mean,
Oh.
darn. I think you could do 6.
Okay, 6. Virginia, what do you think about Suits? You do more than that, or you want to call them on it?
I think Suits can do 7.
Okay.
I believe in soup.
Denny's?
I'm gonna have to see it. I'm gonna say do it, Suits.
Okay, Suits.
That's a lot.
Can
It's a
you do
lot.
7 magazines in 10 seconds? All right, Suits, your time begins now.
Hustler, Playboy, The New Yorker, People, Sports Illustrated, Motor Trend. You've got NASCAR Illustrated was a magazine. You've got
That's 7.
He's at
That's
7.
I don't know anything about NASCAR Illustrated.
He just
Threw
got
that one in
it.
at the end.
I will give
Look
him
at
a
you.
Snoots.
Snoots in the house.
Oh gosh.
Strong again.
Your armpits get sweaty during this bit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
NASCAR Illustrated does come out. It does check out. He's legit.
Dang. Get him,
Virginia
Suits.
and
Get him.
Suits get the first point here
I
today.
could have named at least 8 booby magazines.
Yeah,
Booby magazines.
Just all boobies.
Easily, that alone.
Porn magazines. Go.
Hey, Jugs, Hustler, Playboy, Playgirl.
he had them all. Okay, here we go. Round 2. It is Jaybird and Denny's turn to start off the bidding here. Your topic in this round is famous Jacksons. It's famous people with the last name Jackson. Okay. All right. Denny's, how many can Jaybird name in 10 seconds?
Well, I can think of 5.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm gonna start it at 5.
Okay. Starts at 5. Virginia, what do you think about with Suits?
5 is a lot of Jacksons. Mm-hmm. I'm over here trying to think of 4.
Okay. Sounds like you're feeling it.
But I believe in my suit.
Okay. Well, the question is, what do you think about with Bird? That's really what you're looking at. Can he do 5?
Yeah, I'm your partner, by the way.
What?
Nothing. I'm just trying to get in your head.
It worked. I got really confused. I was like, wait a minute.
Doesn't take much.
What just happened?
Your brain broke.
You broke my brain. All right, focus. It's me and you, Snoots. I think Snoots can name 6.
6. Denny's, you want to take it up a notch or call it?
Oh my gosh.
We're at 6.
So
Right
hard.
now, 6 famous Jacksons. We going 7?
Man, I hate to keep challenging him. I'm gonna say do it.
Okay, Suits, you got to name off 6 famous Jacksons in 10 seconds. Your time begins now.
Andrew Jackson, Michael Jackson, Janet Jackson, Jesse Jackson. Oh man, I only got the 4, man. I don't have anything else.
Samuel
gonna
Jackson, Reggie Jackson,
Bo Jackson,
Bo
Latoya
Jackson,
Samuel
Jackson,
L.
Jackson
yeah.
Brown.
I had the
Mahalia.
Jackson.
Yeah.
See, I had 6
Oh.
right off the get. I had the Jackson
Damn.
He's too young.
Okay.
Too young.
All right.
I like Virginia. I can't even name 4 Jackson. The Jackson 5?
5. That's why I said I had 5 immediately. And then I had Andrew Jackson.
We
loaded.
forgot about Tito.
Yes.
I'd have counted. All right. It's tied at 1 apiece.
I can only name, the Jackson 4.
I don't know all of them. I don't think.
I don't either.
I didn't think
Okay.
Suits did.
Yep.
Damn.
I was back to Virginia and Suits tied at 1 apiece here. Best of 5. Takes it and do it, bitch. All right. Next up, we're going with things sold in jars. Things sold in jars. Virginia, how many things sold in jars can Suits name in 10 seconds?
Suits can name 4 things sold in jars.
Okay. Denny's, what about Jaybird?
I think Bird can name 5 things in jars.
Okay. All right. Virginia, what do you think about with Suits? This is 6 or a call?
Snoots can go 6.
All right. Denny's?
I mean, I can think of 6.
Mm-hmm. It's about your boy Jaybird, though.
I hear you. It starts
Can
getting
he do
tough
7?
past 5.
Can he
It
do
really-
7 in 10 seconds?
7 in 10 seconds. I'm gonna say do it, Suits.
Suits has got to do 6 things that come in jars or sold in jars in 10 seconds. Suits, your time begins now.
Peanut butter jelly, hummus, pickles. You've got a jar of oh my god, I'm drawing a blank.
Mayonnaise, mustard.
Man, how did I not think of that?
Oh my God.
I wouldn't have taken hummus.
Moonshine.
You are taking such joy in his meltdown.
It's tough because you'll think
Oh,
of
that's what I was
4.
trying to think of. I do.
Spaghetti
I had
sauce.
in my head.
Yeah, Alfredo, you got it.
man.
Marinara sauce, Alfredo sauce.
I was just trying to
not
picture the
just
whole
food.
aisle.
Wow.
I
Yeah.
was just thinking eggs, pickles.
Okay. All right.
Oh boy.
It's tough though.
The champ has been cut.
Ooh, this is
Okay.
a dead heat, baby.
Jaybird and Denny's are one away from the win here, and do it, bitch. All right. It goes to them. This could be the final round. They get to start it off. Our next topic is fairy tales. How many fairy tales can Jaybird name in 10 seconds, Denny's?
And we're taking the proper titles. You can't just say like the one with the wolf or something.
Yeah, that's gotta be it.
All right, we're taking proper titles. Jeez.
You know him so well.
We're not taking those. I'm gonna put it right in the center. I'm gonna say 5.
5. Okay. All right. Virginia, what do you think about with Suits? You want to call Bird on that at 5?
Do it, bitch.
Okay. 5 fairy tales in 10 seconds. Bird, your time begins now.
Humpty Dumpty, Jack and Jill. Humpty Dumpty, Pete's Dragon, Puff's the Dragon, the Gilmore Girls.
Hansel and Gretel.
Hansel and Gretel.
Rapunzel. Red
I mean,
Riding
there's the
Hood,
3 little pigs.
Oh,
Red
Mother
Riding
Hubbard.
Oh, Mother Hubbard.
Hubbard, our company's name.
Donkey Skin.
Donkey skin.
What did I
Donkey Skin. It's a popular German one from the Anderson brothers.
Donkey
Skin.
Donkey punch.
Donkey Punch.
Yeah.
Tail at
I
parties.
failed you, dog.
Oh, it's cool. It's
Gilmore Girls.
Gilmore
this is
Girls.
tight.
There's a lot of morals in there. I don't know if
tight.
it's an Aesop fable though.
It's a coming of age tale.
It's
Okay.
coming.
Gosh, we got lucky, Soup.
The little pigs.
We're tied at 2 apiece. This is the final one. Whoever gets this is the winner of Do It, Bitch.
And you forgot the one with the wolf.
Yeah. Yes.
Old people in the shoe.
Yeah.
The old woman in the shoe.
It's the pressure, man. This
It
game.
is, it is.
This game will break
I
you.
feel like that clock is so loud.
You feel like you know at least 5, and then you're like, I got 2.
You get 4, and then once you start saying them, you start forgetting them.
A wolf story.
Final topic here for today's Do It, Bitch
Oh my gosh.
is breakfast bread products.
Okay. Now this one we've
Breakfast
got.
bread products.
I mean, there's a lot.
Oh, Virginia, how many can Suits name in 10 seconds?
Suits loves carbs.
Uh-huh.
He does know a lot about carby stuff, but he's not really deep with his repertoire of items.
Okay.
So
How
I'm going
many?
to say Suits can name 4 breakfast, what is it, breads?
4 breakfast bread products.
Breakfast bread products. 4.
So pastries.
Yeah, that works, Denny's. Breakfast bread products.
So pastries does not count, right? We can't say that. Not,
Yeah.
you can
Well,
be-
so I mean, that's a general topic. There's like
Yeah.
within that, there's probably
Yeah.
I could think of 4
if it's
at least.
a bready type thing you would eat, if it's on the continental buffet,
Gotcha.
you can count it. Yeah.
I mean, so we're at what 4?
4?
I
Yeah.
hate to go big, but I think Bird could definitely do 6.
6. Okay. 6 in 10 seconds. All right, Virginia, you got your caller. Take Suits to 7 in 10 seconds.
Interesting move, Denny's.
I hear ya.
That's a strategy.
It's a strategy.
It's a big play here.
I hate being the gambler against Denny. It's because he's smart. I mean, it's much better to be the gambler against the bird.
Well, I don't know about all this stuff, but
yeah, she's trying to get in my head.
yeah,
Well, you tricked me into thinking I was your partner.
that is
Well,
true.
I mean, we all have to play our games.
Okay.
The one with the wolf.
What are you thinking here? We're going to 7?
Oh,
Oh,
Are we going to 7? I think I need to go to 7. Oh, my God. I think I'm going to 7. I think Suits can do this if he digs deep.
Denny's, you got a big decision. Are you going to call Suits on this and make him do 7 and 10, or is Bird going to do 8 or more in 10?
I'm gonna say do it, Suits.
Oh, gosh. 7 and 10 seconds for the game. Do it, bitch. Suits, you got to do 7 and 10 starting now.
Bagel, toast, French toast, croissant. You've got a Cinnabon. You've got a waffle. You've got granola bar. No, it's not bread.
That was 6.
That was 6 and 10 seconds.
Damn it.
Granola.
Suits in Virginia have just lost. By 1. They lost by 1. The Dirty Hippies with the win today.
We lost on granola bar to the hippies.
Oh, man. Wow, that
How
was a close round.
appropriate.
That doesn't get any closer than that.
7 so hard.
Wow. Okay. All right. So we got Virginia and Suits with the punishment on the way. They'll hear about it next. Got a couple comments here. Somebody said, does anyone else scream at the radio during Do It, Bitch? And the answer is yes, because somebody else texted in and said, yeah, Suits had me screaming pancake at a red light with my windows cracked.
Pancake.
Yeah.
After you say waffle, you say pancake.
Yeah, I say got some looks.
Granola
apparently.
bar.
Yeah.
I can't
Granola
believe
bar.
I forgot pancake.
Yeah.
I mean, you did so good last week, and this week, I don't know you.
I've been on her losing side before.
It's not fun.
She doesn't let it go.
I got a week to look forward to of this.
I know.
This is the punishment.
Poor Panda. He has to go home to her.
Okay, so what we've got here today is taking a delicious substance, putting it on the winner's body somewhere, and then having the loser lick it off of their body.
Oh, can it be winner's choice of where they're licking it off of?
I guess so. If you want to fight about it, sure, go ahead.
Oh, I'm not here to fight. If you sit off the body, I wasn't sure if we could pick.
You can't say dong.
No, I would never say that.
All right, I just want to establish some ground rules here.
I was just going to go upstairs to...
This is not the Thunderdome.
I was going upstairs to the old nipple.
Okay.
You got to call Panda and ask him if I can lick your nipples. Because as you pointed out a second ago, he's married to me. It's the law.
That's right. That's true.
What about,
Yeah.
do we have to call Panda if they lick Pity City?
Oh, that's tough. That's tough.
The outfit's great.
Yeah. Now, what we do have here, the substance that looks like we're going with the cream from what you brought in here today.
Oh, you love this cream, Virginia?
Not on your nipples.
She loves this cream, Kevin.
Yeah. Now, it could just be essentially off a finger. That's fine with me, but you guys decide. It's cream
Now,
off the body.
Are we licking both the winners? Both the losers lick both the winners.
You pick one.
I want Denny's.
Oh, Denny's. I'll take Denny's, actually. I think.
See, that's where you guys got to fight.
Fight over Denny's.
Yeah. That's where you guys got to fight.
I guess, Bird, who do you want?
I don't care. I just know that these nipples need a little tendon to.
You got to call Panda.
Okay, we won't do nipple. Pity City.
That's gross. I'm not doing that. Kevin said fingers.
All right, fine,
that was how it was written in the
Fine,
prep.
fine, we'll do
fingers.
But at least if you got to do it, you got to make it sensual and sexy.
I think they should. People got all mad at us because the other day we did the pillow thing, and I only hit I only hit Denny's, and Suits only hit Virginia.
Okay.
I mean, I think Virginia's gonna have to. She's gonna have to lick both fingers.
Okay. Whatever you say. You're the winner.
I have to lick both fingers. What do you mean?
Well, because if you only lick see, you guys lost.
Here's the thing, though. Denny's is married. I can't lick Denny's. That's not cool.
Okay. So Virginia will lick Jaybird. Suits will lick Denny's.
That sounds good.
Okay.
I got to be able to look at Jen in the future, and I can't.
Okay.
Lick.
Well, make sure you get an ample amount there of lickable cream all over your fingers there, Jaybird. He's dug right in. Oh, he's just got cake and goo all over that. Okay.
I'm gonna make like an arrow with all of my fingers, and you can just.
I'm gonna make an arrow too. It's called a poison dart. I'm gonna shoot it in your neck.
Okay. All right, Virginia. Let's make this good. Can we get a video of this? Virginia doing this would be good for our TikTok here. Virginia, now make it sexy.
Okay, we gotta get some
Essentially
ground
licking
rules.
the cream off of Jaybird's fingers.
Is he gonna keep his hand stationary? I move, not the hand.
Okay, that's fine.
Bird, I need you to verbally sign off on this.
Look, I'm not trying to be difficult. I'm just trying to have some fun with y'all in the audience.
I get to move, not the hand.
Yeah, fine. Here, just do it. I'm not gonna believe
Yeah.
me. It's becoming a punishment for me.
Okay, Virginia. All right. Let's keep it nice and sexy
Put 'em up
here.
and down.
Okay. All right. Virginia's here we go. Here we go. Oh yes, Virginia. Get in there and lick that cream. Look at her go. Oh, that's hot. Oh, we gotta slow that down. All right, if you're watching KVJ TV on YouTube, good heaven. Oh my gosh, guys are gonna be stopping this video. Oh man, the stuff you can do with this. Fellas, if you got the hots for vicious V, that's good. That's good. I think you're pretty solid on that. That's very good. Okay. Yeah, I'll give you that. That was very, very hot. All right, let's switch up our partners here. I think she definitely showed you how it's done there, Suits, just to let you know.
So put some sexy in it, Suits.
Yeah.
If you gotta do
keep
it, you might as
sexy.
well make it entertaining.
Gotta keep it sexy here. Virginia definitely kept it sexy. Cream off the fingers. This is for the losing team of Do It Bitch here.
Makes like a nice little lotion on your skin.
Yeah, it looked very good. How was it? Was it delicious? How were those fingers? Are those nice and clean, Virginia?
They were not clean,
They
but
were not
it
clean.
is a delicious dessert.
Did they have? What do Jaybird's fingers taste like when you get past the cream?
Old man and time.
Okay. All right, here we go. Denny's has got some cream on his fingers. Suits, you got to keep this sexy now.
Yes.
I'll do my best.
Okay.
Put your back into it.
All right, Suits doing his best sexy licking cream off of Denny's fingers. All right, Suits, anytime you're ready, go for it, my man. Ooh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, Suits.
Wow. Oh, man.
You said keep it sexy.
Wow, that was nice.
Okay, very nice.
Suits, way to bring the heat.
Well, we get that posted up on KVJ's TikTok. You can eat your heart out with that. Use that for whatever you want.
Wow.
All right, punishment is paid. Nice job there, Suits. Thank you very
Brought
much.
it, Suits.
Okay. All right, big win today for the Dirty Hippies and Do It Bitch.
All of these people in my life acting berserk. I'm feeling all pissed off and hurt. I need to know if I am the jerk. Oh, am I the jerk? Oh.
Okay, here we go. Got some of your emails. People want to know if they are the jerk or not. Okay. One email we got from a KVJ Nationer said, "Am I the jerk for not bringing my ex a COVID test?" They said, "I've been in a relationship with a girl that turned really toxic. I told her that I needed some space and thought that we should break up. She went to New York City last weekend to clear her head and then came back sick.
Oh.
She knows that I have some COVID tests and asked me to drop one by her place. This is just the kind of stuff that she does, though. She always tries to find excuses for me to have to get her back around.
To help her out.
Yes. It's a reason for us to talk. This isn't the first time. And if it weren't this, she'd have another problem that she'd come running to me for. So I told her that I didn't think it was a good idea and that it was best if we just made a clean break. Well, this then set her off. She said if she died from COVID, then it would be on me. So am I a jerk for not delivering her a COVID test, or am I right in thinking a clean break is the right move?
You are right. Clean break all the way. This girl can go get her own COVID test. You're not hers anymore.
But she's saying she's got the COVID, so she can't go out to get one, so he's got to bring it to her.
Well, everybody else goes out to get one. Go get one. Go sit in the line like everybody else. Dude,
Yeah, she wants the
block her number. Make sure she can't
Okay.
call you. She's just a pain in the you-know-what.
Okay. All right, what is your ruling on this? This email says, "Am I the jerk for making my sister attend her husband's funeral alone?" It says, "My brother-in-law was an abusive drug addict that my whole family hated. He came from an enabling family that had a blind spot to how bad he was as a human. They were in denial about his drug use and his abuse on my sister. The a-hole's heart finally gave out during his latest coke binge, and his family still won't acknowledge that drugs killed him. I lost my cool one time hearing them talk years before his death about how wonderful he was. I stirred up the whole family when I asked them how awesome they thought he was when he hit my sister. The family fight that day was epic and took years for us to recover. It was the last time I saw them, and no, I will have a hard time biting my lip if I see his family at his funeral. My sister wants me to attend with her for emotional support. She says that I must not make any nasty comments. I told her I couldn't promise that. She asked why I always had to be such a jerk about him. What? I'm a jerk if I don't go, but a bigger jerk if I go and say something ill about this loser? Am I a jerk if I just stand my ground about not attending? It really does seem like it would be best for everyone involved. So are they a jerk for making my sister attend her husband's funeral alone?
Look, you know yourself better than anybody. And you know whether or not you can go to this funeral and keep your mouth shut. Some people can do it. Some people cannot. I happen to fall into that group of people that cannot.
Okay, so you could relate to this guy, and you would say that maybe it's better that he just not go? Say,
Yep.
I'm doing you a favor?
Yep, because you're creating more drama by going than you would be helping. So remove yourself from those situations that cause everybody all this extra drama because you know you can't be trusted.
Okay. And final one to give a ruling on here. They want to know, am I the jerk for parallel parenting? Says, I've been divorced for 9 months and just found out my marriage actually ended because my husband was having an affair. Now they are officially together. My ex-husband is obviously doing great and keeps saying how we need to be best friends and co-parent. I hate that co-parenting is the new divorce buzzword, and instead, I just want to parallel parent. This is where we both do our own thing and only communicate when it comes to issues with the two kids. Anyone else feel like I do about co-parenting? Am I a jerk if I don't want any kind of friendship with my kid's father?
No, you are not a jerk, especially considering how the relationship ended. If he cheated on you and now he's with that girl, you've got every right to not want to be buddy-buddy with him. Just tell him, look, we only correspond via text, and that's it. It's about
Okay.
the kids. You don't have to be friends with your ex and co-parent and be sitting down at Thanksgiving. No, you're allowed to be pissed.
I love how Virginia's on a clean sweep here saying nobody's the jerk for all the things they're going to do.
Yeah, you sound like me during makeup or breakup.
Yeah.
Break up with everybody.
Not a
kid.
jerk, not a jerk, not a jerk. You should have punched him. All right, next. There you go.
Yeah, if he cheated on you, you should have punched him.
Yeah, that's right. All right, you want a ruling on whether or not you're a jerk? You can send us that email, mail@kvjshow.com, mail@kvjshow.com.
There's a lot of dumbass criminals to talk about, baby. It's the whacked out news. People breaking the law. Ha ha, fighting in the nude. Ha, drunk people pooping in the street. Ha ha, it's the whacked out news. So many people on meth. Ow.
Well, this is a story that we had yesterday on the After the Show podcast because so many people had seen it, loved it, and said, oh my gosh, you guys have got to talk about this. So we did yesterday, but if you missed what went on with 38-year-old Bradford Weitzel of Port St. Lucie, it deserves repeating. This is an epic story, and I'll take it right from the Martin County Sheriff's Office Facebook page that says no title could explain this case, but the details will. Well, it's best to just read on. Train versus vehicle versus house. 38-year-old Bradford Weitzel of Port St. Lucie told Martin County Sheriff's detectives that he couldn't find his car after leaving a Martin County bar early this morning. So he stole one in a good faith effort to locate his own.
I mean, this guy is so good, he's making the whacked out news twice.
He
He's clearly
He is.
an automatic Hall of Famer.
This
Yeah.
guy is a legend and an epic hero with a question mark.
He said he somehow ended up on the train tracks along Indian River Drive, and that's when Weitzel claims the vehicle he stole suddenly stopped dead on the tracks as a train was coming.
Karma.
So he said he got out and ran, leaving the car on the tracks. Within seconds, the train hit the car, catapulting it into a nearby home where the homeowners were sound asleep.
My goodness. Thank goodness he didn't land on top of those people.
Fortunately, they were not physically injured, although the explosive sound of a driverless car smashing into the side of their home was clearly jolting.
It's going to ruin your good night's sleep.
Meanwhile, Weitzel continued on to a nearby fruit stand where he vandalized the business, then tried to steal a forklift. In the end, Weitzel said he thought it was best to flag down the responding deputies to let them know he was still looking for his car.
Oh, boy.
Bradford Weitzel was arrested and charged with grand theft and criminal mischief. Additional charges are expected.
Do you have a picture of this cat?
And how long did he go to jail for that?
I mean, I'm Googling him because I need to see.
Because someone's asking, what was his bail? That's a great question. Do they not even give you the chance to get out of jail when you have that much of a bender?
Probably shouldn't. Yeah, it's probably best to just keep him there.
Oh, this guy looks tough. He looks like he could whip all three of our asses at once.
Okay. Yeah.
He's intimidating AF. I apologize for anything I said bad about you, Mr. Weitzel.
This guy
Mr. Weitzel.
He looks like Mr. Weitzel poops muscles.
I mean, look at that hot dog neck. I haven't seen one like that since Kevin was lifting 400 pounds.
No.
Wow.
Don't anger him.
Sorry. I mean, you are so hot.
I like how she say, I'm not trying to offend you, and then you go on to make fun of his hot dog neck.
Well, some other classic stories out of the great state of Florida. This one from Tarpon Springs. A 32-year-old man was driving when a cop spotted him behind the wheel and recognized that he knew from a prior related incident that this guy did not have a driver's license, yet he was driving.
He's like, wait a minute, I know that face.
Yeah, so he was pulled over and he was questioned and his car was searched. Inside his backpack, the cops found assorted drug paraphernalia and a baggie containing 2.6 grams of meth.
Oh.
Well, they thought it was meth, but he said that's not meth, that's breath mints.
I crunched them up.
A quick sniff test let them know it was not breath mints after all.
It's meth mints.
Yes, meth mints.
Meth mints. That's not going to keep your breath sparkly fresh.
I have heard it is tough to keep fantastic breath if you do meth.
Yeah,
Or
I think
teeth.
it gets rid of your teeth, yeah, and causes you to pick scabs in your own face.
Yeah, so they found
Oh.
meth and fentanyl and other drug paraphernalia. And of course, yes, he was driving without a license.
Bruh.
Yeah.
He didn't have his license.
Yep, not a license. Here's another great Florida story from Tampa. A naked man pulled a fire alarm at a high-rise apartment on Sunday and then sprayed people with a fire extinguisher as they evacuated.
What the hell was he doing?
That's just a dirty trick, isn't it?
Would that hurt, getting hit with the fire extinguisher? How hard?
I don't think it would hurt, but I think it'd be very messy.
Yeah, I think they come out like foam.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's a mess. But I think it's like not good for you. Like, it's
Yeah.
like retardant.
Probably wouldn't be good to drink it.
Right.
Not drink it, but
Yeah.
But if you get hit in the face with it, you're going to be spinning.
You ingest some of it, yeah.
I mean, it sounds like it might be a fun thing to try.
I'm just saying. I don't know where you get one of these things.
There's one in the hall, and I can pull the fire alarm, and we can just try this out real quick.
We have to go off campus for shenanigans. You know the rules.
I don't know.
A Palm Bay, Florida woman is accused of stabbing two people and pushing an elderly woman in a feud over leaf blowing. She came home and found leaves on her front lawn and assumed that they had been placed there by people across the street.
They couldn't have just fallen from the tree.
No. Of course they put them there. So she pulls out her leaf blower and starts blowing them back onto their lawn. One of the victims and his mother then went out to confront her, and then that's when the woman took a steak knife and stuck it in the victim's leg.
Oh my gosh.
Do you know how bad that would hurt?
A steak knife to the leg?
Because a steak knife, you'd have to really kind of get it in there.
So the guy said, "Hey, don't you dare stab my sister." So she grabbed the steak knife, pulled it out of the leg, and then stabbed him in the arm.
Wow.
She was then charged with 2 counts of aggravated battery and 1 count of battery on a person 65 of age or older.
What's the biggest steak knife you got?
I got some big ass knives.
Maybe I just have small steak knives. Yeah, I think I got some. I got Bitch ass steak knife.
I love a knife, so I've got multiple, like those wooden blocks where you put the knives in them.
Oh yeah, I can see.
I got a couple. I got like 3 of those.
Okay, Virginia's ready. Don't mess with her.
I'm ready to stab. My husband bought me a T-shirt that says "Feeling Stabby."
At any moment, Virginia could be in the whacked out news. You do know that.
Yeah,
I know.
I'm one bad night away.
Tequesta witch stabs golfer.
You joke.
It's a coming.
It's a coming. I will melt down one of these days.
Yeah.
And we got a couple of protests here. After an Illinois judge struck down mask mandates in the state, high school students in a Chicago suburb were still told to mask up or leave. So they left.
Wow, the kids just walked out?
Yeah, they
All
said.
of them?
Yeah, they're like, we know what the governor, not all of them, but a good portion of them did. They said, we know what the governor said. We don't have to wear this. They're like, no, you got to wear it. And they're like, nope, we're leaving.
Wow, this is interesting.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I wonder what's going to happen.
Yeah, I don't know. I
Will they
guess
be-
probably nothing.
Will they come back tomorrow?
Not if they have to wear the mask. Probably not.
Yeah.
If you're walking out, you're showing your point.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And here's another interesting walkout, too. This time in Vacaville, California, which I think basically translates to Cowtown. It's Sierra Vista K through 8. They apparently got rid of the chocolate milk from the lunch menu. Oh. And the unhappy kids decided to walk out of school carrying signs and chanting as they paraded.
No chocolate milk at Cowtown?
I mean, you can't have that, right?
If you love your chocolate milk and they give you white milk, it is a big difference, and I can see where little kids would get pissed.
Look, people are taken to the streets when they don't like something.
Yeah. After administrators tried to speak to the students, they assured them their health was important. So they're trying to get that chocolate milk back.
What do we want? Chocolate milk! When do we want it? Now! What do we want? Chocolate milk! When do we want it? Now!
Back when we had chocolate milk when I was in 4th grade, you would be lucky to get a spot to get some chocolate milk because it would all be gone.
Chocolate milk, we have a lot of sugar in there, and too much sugar. Is that really what our body needs?
Oh, boo!
Oh, yeah.
What do we want? Chocolate milk! When do we want it?
Now! Yeah.
Those kids are awesome.
And finally today, listen to this. An Oregon man posed as a federal agent and convinced a woman that she was training to become a DEA officer for an entire year.
Oh my gosh, this woman is stupid.
Now, he would take this protege on bogus ride-alongs throughout the city of Portland. He gave her a phony badge that she thought was real, and even duped her into developing confidential informants, which were actually homeless people.
Oh my gosh.
Now, apparently there was a real Portland police officer that noticed a bulletproof vest bearing the drug agency's insignia in their open trunk and said, yeah, what are you guys doing? He said, I'm a federal agent. And he said, are you really?
Let's talk.
He noticed his Dodge Charger had red and blue siren lights, and the front interior around the vehicle's rear license plate also had the lights. So at that point, he looked for his identification, which he quickly noticed was very fake. And that's when the guy was arrested. Luckily, the woman was not. They just realized she was a little dumb.
Oh, bless her heart. She
Yeah.
thought she was on the case, y'all.
For almost a year, she thought she almost had become a DEA agent to find out the whole thing was a scam.
Imagine how much work and training she put into that.
She dedicated a whole year of her life to this.
Dang.
Well, you find out she'd been duped. Ah, rats.
Ah, nuts.
Yeah.
Something tells me it ain't the first or last time she been duped.
No, probably not. We just had a ton of really great Florida stories. Port St. Lucie again bringing it. Telling you, that whole car that got launched by the train into the house and the guy then tried to steal a forklift. I mean, come on. It's just unbelievable.
Port St. Lucie's doing the work.
Yeah, they definitely do.
Step it up, West Palm.
Yeah.
We love you, Pizzle.
So what we got here is some real and fake headlines, but we're doing a dedication to Florida Man here today. Some of these are real Florida Man headlines. Some of them are fake. Can you tell the difference? We got Virginia and Denny seeing how they do on this.
Are these written by one Jason Jaybird Pennington?
Oh, yes, they are, Virginia.
right.
Yes, they are.
You don't do very good at this
Let
game.
me try to get in that mind of a sicko real quick.
That twisted mind of his.
Straight up demon brain.
Yep. Got to get in there and try to figure it out.
This is a tough game because he likes to write these to slip us up.
Oh, he does. That's the name of his game, trying to trick you. All right, what do you think about this first one here, Virginia? Real or fake headline. Young alligator beaten and given cigarette on video. Lehigh Acres teen arrested. Is that real or fake?
Damn.
Damn, indeed.
He beat the alligator and then gave it a cigarette after? Was that like penance?
Good cop, bad cop.
Yeah, I don't know.
He's in a domestic violence abusive situation.
Yeah, he
I'm going
is.
to beat you, then I'm going to give you a ciggy.
Yep, it's twisted.
This kid's playing with your alligator mind.
Twisted. Real or fake, Virginia?
Oh, it sounds so real. Kevin, I really want it to be real. I'm going real.
It is real.
Oh.
Yep, that is a real one. Nice job there, Virginia. Okay,
Is there
Dennis.
video or pictures or anything?
Look it up.
Okay.
Look
You
these
can.
stories up. They're real.
Yep. All right, Denny's, what about this? Palm City man accused of enticing alligator to bite him, then pouring beer in its mouth. Siggy's beer? I mean, these alligators, what the heck are we giving them?
I mean, we're giving them what they want.
This is crazy.
They want a party
Do they?
too.
Okay. What do you think, real or fake?
I mean, it could be real because the cigarette one was. Are we gonna have 2 back-to-back gators? Giving them beer. I'm gonna say that one's fake.
Gonna go with fake on that. No, that is
it's
real.
real.
Too.
Oh, jeez.
Very mean to
We
gators.
got gators smoking and
Dang.
drinking here.
This is a crazy turn of
Doing those
events.
Poor things. Good heavens, it's terrible. Okay, both Virginia got one. Denny's missed his first. Virginia, let's see if you can bounce ahead here. Real or fake Florida man headline. Florida snorkeler says he's in a consensual relationship with an octopus. Oh, good heavens. Is that real or fake? What do we do to these animals around here? Why do we even have animals in Florida?
Don't even look up the dolphin stuff.
Oh, my gosh. Real or fake, Virginia? What do you think?
Well, I feel like with all them tentacles, he certainly could touch you right.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
But does the octopus want to get down like that?
It's consensual.
How do you know?
That's what he said.
What is the octopus like? Yeah, this is great. I love it.
Gotta take his word for it.
It's a talking octopus
You
now.
gotta take the guy's word for it.
Yeah. Sure, he wouldn't lie.
I think this is fake, but I don't know.
That is correct. Yeah, that is
You're
fake.
right. It's crazy. Come on.
It's crazy. Octopus can't consent.
If it did, though, you're right. It would be a party.
It would be a great lover.
Oh my
Octopus
gosh.
would really know.
Tickle
what-
you here, tickle you there, tickle you everywhere.
It could tickle us everywhere at the
Great
same
cuddler.
time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
me and you.
Yeah. If you
That
get
wouldn't be awkward.
Me, you, and Kevin too.
yeah,
That would be our OnlyFans page.
get it too excited, it'll ink all over you.
Oh yes.
Jaybird or the octopus?
Both.
Getting weird.
Denny's real or fake here. Florida man known as a monkey whisperer indicted and accused of trafficking protected primates. Real or fake?
I'll say real because I hope that's real.
That one is real. There is
Wow.
a self-proclaimed monkey,
whisperer.
Mm-hmm.
You could be a whisperer for anything,
I couldn't.
but you could. Oh, no, you're a terrible whisperer.
I'm a terrible
Yeah.
whisperer.
Hey, Kev. Hey, Kev, I got a secret. I got a secret. Nobody else can know.
Here's the thing. I don't have a secret.
Nobody else can know.
I tell everything.
Yes.
There are no secrets.
Okay, what do you think here, Virginia? You got both of them correct so far. Florida man stabs woman with stale bread, says his dead grandma made him do it. Is that a real Florida man headline or not?
I mean, stabs with bread.
Stale bread, yeah.
Could you puncture the skin with stale bread?
Remember, I gave Jaybird a concussion one time with a French loaf.
And I actually gave Kevin a horrible scar on his face when I hit
right,
bread.
yeah.
Oh, that's right.
He ambushed me outside my house, and I'm scarred for life
You
now.
had a scar for 14 days on his face.
Knocked me out cold.
From bread.
Yeah, so don't
Stale.
don't underestimate this stale bread, Virginia.
Also, don't underestimate the violence of the KVJ show.
Oh, I know.
It wasn't supposed to go down like that.
Yeah.
I was not supposed to hurt Kevin like that. I got away from all
I
Hogan.
remember.
Real or fake, Virginia? What do you think?
I forgot the question.
Okay, Florida man stabs woman with stale bread.
Fake.
Fake is what you say. Staying perfect.
That's crazy.
Remember that time you hit him with a guitar?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, I didn't-
that was one of the more violent ones.
Oh, that'd
I've
be so
seen.
painful.
We are going to be the death of each other. There's no doubt.
Kevin was genuinely pissed. He hit you with a full-on guitar.
All right, Denny's, what do you think here? Real or fake Florida man headline? Drunk Florida man kidnaps priest, then asks Jesus for forgiveness. Real or fake headline? What do you think?
I'm going to say real.
Gotta go real. That one is fake.
Oh.
Okay. Bird's got you on the ropes today.
Yeah,
It's
he
2 out of
does.
3.
You never finger this guy.
What? Nor would you want to.
I'll hold him. I'll hold
give
him
it a
down.
shot.
I'll hold him down if you want to try.
What sweet nothings are you saying over there?
I'm going to get Suits in here, too. We'll hold him down.
Okay, Virginia, real or fake headline? Naples man calls 911 about McDonald's order, then says he has cocaine in his butt. Is that a real or fake Florida man headline?
It sounds so real.
Okay.
I mean, I pretty much feel like I've heard that.
Okay.
McDonald's complain. You complain about McDonald's. There's cocaine in your butt.
Yeah, real.
It all checks out.
It's got to be in your butt.
Yeah, that was actually in the lockdown news one day.
I think you're right. I think that's a
common occurrence.
The only thing that changes is the fast food joint.
You're right.
The cocaine in the butt does not change.
Well, it's a great place to put it.
I mean,
it's nature's pocket.
It is.
Nature's pocket. Denny's real or fake? Florida man charged with impersonating officer for McDonald's discount. Is that real or fake?
I mean, that sounds like something we would do here. I'm going to say real on that one.
That one is real.
Okay.
Back, baby.
Finish strong.
Oh, yeah.
50-50. Okay, final one for you, Virginia, to get a perfect score in real or fake Florida man headlines. Florida man driving with clown mannequin had live grenade in pickup. Real or fake?
Damn. Clown mannequin.
Oh, yeah.
It feels like bird riding. He loves clown mannequin.
Okay.
I'm going to go fake.
Gonna go fake for a perfect score, Virginia. You are
Oh, he got me.
That one is real.
Bird does love clown
He
mannequin.
loves clown mannequin.
Real. Mm-hmm.
He tricked me.
And Denny's your final one here. Real or fake Florida man headline. Florida man pushes for state legislation to change the name Fort Lauderdale to Fart Lauderdale.
I mean, that's awesome. I'm going to say true.
You're going to say that
And
one
I'll
is
sign it.
true. That one is fake.
Because
Denny's.
I'd sign that.
I'll sign it too.
Well, technically,
Fart Lauderdale.
I am the Florida man. I want that to happen.
Yeah. Okay, Virginia takes the win 4-2. I got some random questions for you. Everybody here on the KVJ Show will plug in with their own thoughts. All right, Virginia, if there were 26 hours in a day, what would you do more of? You get an extra 2 hours every single day. What are you spending that time on?
Probably sleep
Okay.
or taking the family out to a nice, relaxed dinner. I would definitely try to do things to feed the soul,
Okay.
to make me feel better, like sleep or connecting with the family.
Okay.
I feel like sometimes those are the two things that fall by the wayside because of all the other obligations and directions I'm being pulled.
Okay. What about you, Bird?
Work on music.
Okay. All right.
How about you, Kevin?
I'm gonna do a little bit more working out. That's I do the family time. I do all that kind of good stuff, and I just kind of rearranged everything. But yeah, the stuff that I'd like to spend a little bit more time on is working out.
Is the rumor is Ralston's thinking about getting swole again? Could you confirm or deny this?
I'll deny that one. Yeah, that is a denial.
No more hot dog neck for you.
No. But just a little bit more
Muscle.
Still got to try to stay a little toned.
Are you doing any? What are you doing for your workouts? I know you're on keto, but what workout stuff?
Right now, the way the situation is, because we rearrange stuff, and I pick up my kid in the afternoon now, and that has gobbled up the time I was using to work out. So, yeah, it's gone. So, yeah, if I had 2 hours to get that time back, and I was just doing push-ups, pull-ups, curls, that kind of stuff.
So you're not doing any kind of workout right now?
I got nothing.
Whoa.
I got no time for it.
Yeah.
There's zero time for it. Something else got to give.
You should do what me and Denny's do, squats in the shower.
Okay. I already gave up showering, Virginia,
So there's a way you guys could film that without showing your naughty parts. I think people would watch that. You should do a little squat video. You know what? If you did a 5-minute squat video, I could put it on. I could do the squats with you like an exercise video.
You got it.
Okay.
Okay.
Squat with a side of... What rhymes with squat?
I know what rhymes. Squatty too hottie.
Okay, what is the best decision that you ever made for your mental health? Jay Bird, is there something that sticks out for you? Best decision for your mental health?
Yeah, moving out of my townhouse.
Okay.
Yeah. And not renting anymore. I'm happy to not rent. And the last round was kind of rough for me with people I was renting with.
The rats.
It just wasn't.
The ceiling.
And just I hated everything about it.
A lot of stress.
Yeah, it was. It was a lot. The peace of mind.
Okay.
When they told you broke the dishwasher and you're like, I've never used the dishwasher.
They try to tell me I broke a dishwasher and a ceiling. I never put the ceiling fan. I never put the ceiling fan on. I never used the dishwasher once.
The man used paper plates.
Yeah.
He never used the dishwasher.
You can come at me about being terrible towards my planet, but don't you dare say I used your dishwasher.
What about you, Virginia? Best decision you ever made about your mental health?
I mean, probably a few different things. But probably therapy, I would say, was the best.
Okay.
When you're going through something really, really tough and you're struggling and you don't know what to do, it's okay to go ask for help. In fact, it's smart, I think, to go ask for help.
Okay.
That's what these people went to school to figure out how to help you. So you pay all this money to these insurance companies for, medical insurance. A lot of times, 10 visits a year are covered for mental health that we don't use on therapy. And, if you've got it and you've paid for it in your insurance, you should use it.
Okay. Good thought. Mine easily is prioritizing sleep. All the mistakes I make in life, I notice I do it when I'm most tired. So
yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah,
too.
I've always known that sleep is crucial for
remember,
me.
I know for me too. I towards the end of being when we were in Miami, I was so afraid we were gonna be stuck down there. I was so thankful we got out of Miami when we did, because towards the end it got really stressful. I don't think it was good for any of our mental health.
No, I was eating so many pills.
I mean, she was a big reason why we weren't mentally there.
Hey, the stress of the gig and the stress of Virginia.
I did not have a prescription either.
Yeah.
Sometimes don't get so comfortable, Siniki.
Yeah.
This ain't no podcast.
What is the most attractive trait a person can have? What would you say on that one, Jay Bird?
At the end of the day, it really does come down to sense of humor for me.
Okay.
If you're hot as the sun and you are just so smoking hot and you have a terrible personality and a terrible sense of humor, it sucks.
That's a good one.
Sense of humor, man.
Yeah.
Even with your friendships, it's the common thread, I think, of the longest lasting relationship I've ever had. It's because of our sense of humor, being able to connect with that.
I won't argue that. I would say the close second for me would be kindness. We're just in such an era of toxicity that when I see somebody going out of the way and doing something kind, it stands out to me now. I'm like, good for you.
Especially when it goes viral.
Yeah. Well, this is somebody who's doing it for not trying to go viral. They know no one's watching. No one will even thank them. They're just doing it because it's the right thing to do.
That is when you do see a legit act of kindness go down and it's not for shares or likes,
right?
It is awesome.
And it inconveniences them to be kind. Virginia, what about you? What would you say here? What is the most attractive trait a person can have?
Well, I was going to say kindness, but it wasn't very kind of you to take my answer.
Oh, I had no idea.
Don't be a haxon, Nikki.
That's all.
I think when someone is reliable and solid, like when you have somebody in your life that you can depend on.
That's good.
And you know that, you know what? They got this.
Mm-hmm.
That is a wonderful quality.
Reliability. Can't count on a lot of people anymore these days. I hear you. Okay, let's say that a time traveler from the year 2042 warns you that the world will be in crisis. What do you think it will be about? What stands out to you, Bird?
Boy, oh boy. I believe social media is going to be the death of us all. You can't put that genie back in that. I'm not sure what it's going to do, but to your point, it's creating an edge I've never felt or seen before with humans. And us working in the public eye, you have to be around people a lot. Mm-hmm. And I have just noticed a shift of just attitude and edge that I've never seen or felt before.
Okay.
And I personally...
So you think humanity, that's going to be it?
Yeah, we'll
be the end of
absolutely
ourselves.
be the end of ourselves. And I think we could control it if we wanted to. We just are our worst enemy. And I think social media is a big tool. We just don't we don't know how to handle it.
I think the three biggest would be humanity, technology, and climate. Those I think would be the three. If it was anything outside of those three, I would be stunned if the world is in a crisis in 2042 and it's not one of those three.
Well, mine is humanity mixed with technology. That's what it is.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, we don't.
Well, to me, I'm thinking about we gave the robots too much power.
We're a crazy species.
It got away from us.
I love humans. I love us, but we crazy.
Okay, Virginia, anything else you can think of outside of those three?
I was going to say global warming.
Yeah.
But don't write me no letters telling me I'm a snowflake, liberal. I don't want to hear it. I'll throw them right in the trash.
That's right.
She'll throw that piece of paper that won't be recycled right in that trash.
I'm going to burn it with gasoline.
And then I'll yell Earth Day.
Yeah. And then I'll put it out with some styrofoam.
Styrofoam. No offense, but it does make the best Coca-Cola with ice.
All right, so what are the keys to a happy marriage? If you want to make it work, here are 10 things you should be checking off on your list.
Oh, gosh, I wish this was the After the Show podcast. Oh, man.
You got a lot to say?
Yeah.
Okay, one key. Spending lots of quality time together. Hard to connect when you're not around the person that you're supposed to be married to. 2, taking care of each other when you're sick. 3, feeling like you can be yourself with them. 4, encouraging them to pursue their own hobbies and interests. 5, you let them see you at your best and your worst. 6 is cuddling. I know you like that one, Bird.
I love the cuddle.
Oh, he is a snuggle bug.
Key 7, being respectful to them in front of other people. 8, making regular plans together. 9, being proud of their achievements. And 10, being silly with each other. They say those are the top 10 different keys to a happy marriage. Is there any that stood out to you, Virginia, that you think are so important, or anything that they didn't mention?
I mean, there are several on there that I need to do better at.
Like what? Let's get into it.
What was like the second one you said?
It was taking care of each other when you're sick.
Okay, I do that.
What number was "Don't be a drunken witch"? Was that 8 or 9? I can't remember.
You're gonna get stabbed. F around and find out.
There were a couple others that were right outside of the top 10 that people had said. Sharing a sense of humor, which we kind of talked about. In fact, I would
Yes.
put, to me, that's a top 10.
That is
for
the
me.
best. When you can laugh and you're together and you're having a good time.
Well, I was thinking about that story you tell that you were you were with somebody that she made you leave the room when you farted, and farts were so. I mean, you laugh at a fart, so just even on that common level, it would never have worked.
And I look at my wife now, and that to me is the number one thing. We share a sense of humor, and the fact that we can laugh, and we laugh a lot at the same things. It's a big part of our marriage, and why I love being married to her.
If you love to laugh, imagine being in a long relationship with someone you're not laughing with. I think that's sad.
Right, and I was a younger dude. I couldn't really sort out my feelings when I was in this long-term relationship. And, the person checked off all the boxes that you would think are so important. And the most important to me was that sense of humor and really wanting to be with the person and really connecting on that level. And it was missing, and I didn't realize
Were
it.
you finding that you were kind of enjoying not being around her more than being around her?
Yeah, I love not being around her.
Yeah, that's the first red flag.
Yeah. But I was like,
And it sucks to say that because on paper, she was a fantastic girl.
Absolutely, yeah.
Everything was right.
Right. But that was just it. We didn't share the same sense of humor. Things that I would laugh at, she thought was immature. And things that she would laugh at, I thought were not funny.
She made you leave the room if you had to fart.
Yeah, it was just things like that.
It's tough though, but to your point, you didn't like the things that she found funny either. Which
you're right,
that's
absolutely.
Tough. That's tough.
That's why to me, that's probably my number one is sharing a sense of humor. That's the key for mine.
But some people's sense of humor is not that big of a deal for them.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, absolutely. Trying new things together was just outside the top 10. Splitting chores and responsibilities evenly, and that is really key. I have found I do a much better job of that now than when I was younger, and that is very key because you don't realize that a lot of times women won't say anything to you,
but they'll just get pissed
and they'll build up resentment towards you. Yep, and I started to, when that finally dawned on me, the resentment was building because I wasn't doing enough.
Oh yeah.
Then I'm like, okay, I'll do this, and I'll make sure I do my share.
The Mexican queen finally broke that puppy.
Yeah, I finally learned. And then remembering important occasions, they say, like Valentine's Day, also is important. So there you go. Those are the keys. Is there anything else that is in there that makes a marriage work?
Good sex life.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's a big deal for a lot of people.
Having to connect there.
Absolutely.
Yeah, no doubt.
Totally.
No doubt.
And I think if one person wants it more than the other, it becomes tricky.
Yeah.
But it's something that you have to try to get on the same page with.
It wouldn't be a bad exercise to go over your list because I think they're probably different with your spouse and say, what is your top 10 things that you would say are the keys to a happy marriage?
That's why that love languages quiz is so awesome because you can go and take it online. It's called the Love Languages Quiz. And it's like everybody falls into one of these main love languages that they want to be fed. And if you don't know yours or you don't know your partner's, I think you're doing yourself a disservice by not taking this quiz. If you go take the quiz, you'll know what you need. And then you'll also know what your partner needs, and you can hyper focus. At least do that one right, the top one.
This is a wild guess, and I'm just throwing this out there. I don't know the answer, but does Panda want lovemaking more than you?
Yes.
And that's an issue?
No, I mean, I threw it out there a couple of times this weekend, and he didn't want to get involved. I think he was overtired, and I was a little drunk, but...
What a lovely combination. Yeah. Uh-huh.
But sometimes it's hard to get on the same page.
We were talking about the keys to making a marriage work. Somebody said, the one that I'd throw in there, you had 14 great pointers a second ago, but you got to also agree on finances.
Oh.
If you're not on the same page there and one person's reckless and the other person's too conservative, that actually, I've heard, is the number one thing that causes divorce in America.
It causes a lot of issues, especially when there's a big imbalance with the one's doing something stealing, or not stealing, but taking a lot of the money.
Yeah. Another text said, I've been married 25 years and sex is not on my mind anymore, but it is on his. So it's not like it used to be, but we make it work. We laugh, we cuddle, we hold hands, we do all those activities together. We make out still. But us women, we lose our hormones as we get older.
I would love to have her go on a bit. Does she still do it though? Is it since she's not into it,
Right.
is it out of the picture now?
Yeah.
Or does she still do things?
Right. Well, it sounds like it's more of the sacrifice maybe for some women gets harder as the years go on.
Do you still get H?
Horny?
I thought you were going to say hemorrhoids. I'm like, yes, I do. I got them right now.
I was trying to not make it such an intrusive question.
Sure, Jay Bird. The problem is it's usually about 3 glasses of wine in.
When does the H go away? When does the horniness go away?
I think for every woman it's different, but it is a real issue. And it is very much tied to your hormones. And it can be fixed with medication, with
you can
different.
get it back going.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
There's sexual health programs at Begin Anew, my med spa.
Look at this, full circle.
Plug.
And also Adult Video Warehouse. They're doing a Valentine's Day gift bag for us to spice things up with all the toys and all the things you could possibly want.
Double full circle and 2 full circles kind of looks like boobs.
Congrats to Elizabeth from West Palm Beach. She got our gift bag, but we have more all week long leading up to Valentine's Day.
More sex bags all
That's
week.
right.
I like hearing Ralston sell this thing.
Yeah. Tell
I was
us
reading through it, I'm like,
again.
I don't know if I should say that. I'll tell you.
What's in your sex bag, Kevin?
Bondage gear.
Oh, whoa.
Ralston.
The rest of it I got to talk about in the After the Show podcast, I think.
I don't think he would know what to do with bondage gear.
Yeah, no. I put it on wrong.
You give it to your friend Jay Bird.
Yeah.
Because she knows what to do with it.
We don't start Ralston off with bondage gear. Too much, too fast, too quick.
Yeah, too much, too quick. All right, Bird, wrap it up here with your thought for the day.
You can learn a lot from your mistakes when you aren't busy denying them.
Oh, yeah, man.
The KVJ Show on 97.9 WRMF.